Oh, sorry. Should be looking
I was
that way.
facing the wrong way.
Oh.
Hi.
Oh.
We are in
We
the
seem a
woods.
bit
Yeah,
zoomed. I'm gonna correct that.
Oh.
I could just shrink.
Hell.
No, I
Is
don't
it
think
my
there's any
turn to do
space to
this?
shrink.
Yes.
Better?
That's zooming in. That's zooming out. There you go.
Are we good or a bit
Hello.
more?
Split the difference. There, stop.
Oh, that's nice, Liz. That's great.
Thank you.
Hey, Kate.
Hi.
Up top. Oh,
Down low, too
I
slow.
fucked up. I fucked up. I'm sorry. Oh. Sorry.
Scott's a little loud.
Yeah, I mean, that
When
sounds...
isn't he? Am I
No,
right?
but honestly,
yuck,
like-
yuck.
You're just so jubilant.
I am. I'm like a
You're
I'm
still
like a child.
pretty loud, Scott.
Yeah, okay. Somehow that doesn't surprise me. Let me know. You know what? I still see it. I still see it popping up there.
Okay, that you really took yourself down far, though.
I did.
Is that too far?
We're gonna
I
find
don't
out.
think so.
No, your reading looks okay. You're still louder than us in general, but that's
Okay.
fine
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
because you're
This is
fucking
insanely-
zoomed in.
Here, hold on. I'm doing something. You might have to change everything.
I'm doing something.
I'm doing something.
I changed the Zoom input level. Do we need to change our volume now?
Yeah.
How do
Yes,
we
now
sound?
you're
Definitely
way
quiet.
too quiet.
Way
Yeah.
too quiet. Coming in hot. There you go.
Test, testy, test.
Yeah.
Test.
Still
We
too
sound a
quiet.
bit- Okay. Whoop. There, it's probably a
You
bit
were,
too far.
That was peaking for you.
Yeah.
Sure, but like on our
Yeah,
end.
Scott, you
Yeah,
gotta
Scott, you're
turn yourself
peaking.
down. You're peaking.
See, it sounded fine for
It
us
was fine.
before.
It was fine before
Yeah.
you changed the Zoom audio. I don't
Well, I
know.
did what we normally do. I just put it to our normal settings.
You're still
Sorry.
peaking.
You know what we normally do? You're fine now. What we normally
Yeah.
do is play together. God damn it!
Yeah.
Yeah. Yay.
Well, I can easily put it back.
No,
Wait,
no,
I-
now
No,
it's fine.
Now it's
Yeah.
fine.
No,
Stop.
no, I can do something.
No,
wait,
don't do
wait,
it.
you're peeking. Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Son of a bitch.
It's fine. Gale is
Oh,
quiet.
it's hot.
It'll be fine.
Great.
Well.
Well, that's it, folks. Bye.
See you later.
I hate Zoom.
Yay. Requiem does have a good point. We could try introducing some
Scott,
percussive
now you don't seem to
maybe.
be on mic at all.
I am absolutely on mic. 100%.
Okay, now you're
Nothing.
better.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, hello to
Hammer.
Gillard Good as well.
I think
Got everybody.
hammer is the correct solution.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Smash.
Oh, that's right. Now this isn't. There we go.
Woo.
All kinds of audio difficulties today. That'll learn me for trying to use this laptop for anything other than streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Grr. Digi-Dame, Digital Damons. I actually don't remember the rest of that. I mean, not that I need to remember the rest of that song, but I don't remember anything about Digimon, Digital Monsters. I don't know if that was part of anyone's
Did you
life.
ever watch Digimon?
I must have, because that song is in my head. Sorry, that
I think
part
the
of that
only
song.
reason I know that song is because I've heard you sing it.
Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the
That
champions.
actually sounds about right.
I definitely watched the first season all the way through, and I don't remember the rest of it.
No.
The whole Pocket Monsters craze passed me by.
Mm.
You were too cool.
You didn't have a Tamagotchi? It's kind of a pocket monster.
Oh my god, I had like 3.
Only thing
To the
better than one
surprise
pet.
of no one.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Liz had 3
Damn,
Tamagotchi.
Fukujutsu laying down the law about best seasons of Digimon even.
Shit.
And that's good to know.
I never had Digipets, Neopets.
Neopets.
I don't like playing pet classes when it comes to like Diablo or World of Warcraft or. Of course, I don't like playing World of Warcraft. But
Playing World of Warcraft, yeah.
I only like my pet, who I miss very much, and
Oh,
Good dog.
it's a good dog. I might get to see her tomorrow, maybe.
fingers crossed.
Damn, plucky hero. Damn.
Whoa.
Careful, Max.
I hope this is not too distracting for anyone. Hopefully I can tire him out before we start playing. Get in there! Come on, jump again! Jump for the camera! Do it for the bits. Oh, yes, yes, buddy! Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
We're happy to be here. I'm happy to be playing. Yeah?
I
You said
know what
glee,
happens.
Elizabeth. That's what I said.
Anyway, just for the record, chat, if you do in fact notice any audio problems, we do actually want to know about them. This is how we manage to get things fixed, because we can't necessarily tell at all times, because we don't have live audio monitoring of the stream, because we just don't.
Thank you.
Thanks, Book.
It's also a lawless frontier out there right now.
Lawless.
Yeah, there are no mods. No mods, no She Who Knows 10,000 Things, no Entropy's Disciple, no Strength of Borders. They're all fucking gone.
Kate.
I mean, they're just not here.
Right.
Gone. They're
Gone, but
they're not in this
never
stream.
far from our hearts.
So, Pugajutsu's streaking, Kung Fu Fenris is committing arson, and Plucky Hero just wants some harmonica music, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
I was under the impression that it is not a long weekend for the United States this weekend. Am I wrong?
No, they only have Veterans Day or Memorial Day or...
No, that's next week.
Next
Oh.
week, yeah.
Okay.
You had a whole session pre-stream, Kate. You were out of the room. We were talking holidays in other countries.
not a long weekend. No.
It's Pentecost.
Confirmed Requiem Lost has decided that pants are optional.
Good.
Lawless. Lucy Lawless will be a guest later.
Perfect. What a get for RPG-Clinic. Lucy Lawless.
As the Commandant.
Oh my god, what?
I'm Commandant Newman. I
Holy
keep telling you, I'm
shit.
not Commandant Newman.
Holy
I'm Lucy
shit.
Lawless.
You're recasting me with fucking Lucy Lawless?
Just that role, John. You're not being recast. Trust me. Fukujitsu, I would also literally pay, and I'm here.
Pay to play.
Pay to play. Yeah,
Yeah.
pay to win. Just kidding.
Is the list of commands? No. Unfortunately, the commands will be handled by us. The commands are limited to certain
Specific
people, because
user.
otherwise they would just get overwhelming.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
They are green.
Bam.
What did I say? Kung Fu Fenris is saying also it Lucy Lawless, John. What did I say?
I don't know.
I've been recast. Lucy Lawless. I think Kung Fu Fenris is like, it's Lucy Lawless. John could play Lucy
No,
Lawless.
it's
Whoa.
appreciated, Plucky Hero. It's really just that I have to hard code certain usernames for the way it's programmed. So you can probably make them happen in chat. But they won't appear on screen.
Kate doesn't just code; she hard codes.
She's like slamming a Red
Yeah.
Bull whilst coding. Yeah, for sure. No, sorry.
Oh my
Really?
heart.
Of all the actors
heart.
in all the world, we're laying our fucking flag down on Lucy Lawless.
Yep.
I mean, she's great.
I haven't seen her in
So
well
I will
nigh
be,
on
I will
20
be very
years.
honest with you. I have nothing against Lucy Lawless, but I have seen one thing with Lucy Lawless in it, and that is a Simpsons episode where she guest stars in a Treehouse of Horror episode
I think so.
as herself. That's the only thing I've seen of hers. I have never watched Xena Warrior Princess. I have never
boy.
seen anything with her to my knowledge.
Part of the
This is nothing
golden
against
era
her.
of shitty television adventure
How-
serials. Sorry,
How
the Silver Age. Obviously, the golden
effing
age is
dare you? How dare?
damn.
How dare? It was Xena, it was
Hercules.
and it was
Hercules ended up
Sinbad.
being a total asshole.
Yes, he did.
Sinbad.
Still watched the show. I don't know what to tell you.
I think it's pretty bad.
Liz, I think you are peaking.
Great. Can you take me down,
Oh
please?
yeah, can
Thank
I?
you.
Take me down.
You let me know how good that is.
My television experience was empty because I was not allowed to watch certain television shows growing up because they were considered too violent. These would include things like Transformers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, just
Xena, I guess.
the thing. I just had no interest in Xena Warrior Princess or Hercules.
Power Rangers, I do.
So
get.
you weren't allowed to, or you had no interest, or both?
Oh,
They did.
I don't
Little
remember when they were on and whether I was old enough at that point. Like, I only wasn't allowed to watch violent shows until I was like, 8 or 9. But by then I didn't care about things like Ninja Turtles or Transformers or whatever.
And yet I watched all the violent shows, and I just wasn't allowed to watch the teenage romance shoes.
oh, is Dawson's Creek a romance now?
I don't know what it
You
was,
might
but I
wanna
wasn't allowed to
kiss
watch it.
someone
I
if you
really
watch
wouldn't
the
know. All I know is there was a dude in his creek. Okay.
I don't think that's what the show is about.
I was
Dude,
allowed to watch Captain Planet and the Planeteers because it had a message.
nice.
Nice.
And also
Power Rangers
sometimes
has a
guest starred
message.
Meg Ryan.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
They had a lot of weird guest stars on there, because
Yeah.
it was Ted Turner's baby.
Oh,
So
sure,
they had
yeah.
like Meg Ryan. I mean, we already know LeVar Burton and Whoopi Goldberg were on it, but then
that's
you
right.
also had like Jeff Goldblum, and like there were a lot of weird but
Damn.
interesting people who showed up on them and stuff.
Planet.
Much popped out more.
Captain Planet is a hero.
Look at him.
The thing is, eventually my parents stopped caring.
Right.
And I don't think that I was really hard done by it. And I learned a shit ton about the Ninja Turtles through osmosis and through various video games. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So was I really hard done by?
Not hard.
And then I watched the
Question.
Transformers movie, and I was like, cool.
Oh,
This movie's apparently about urinating robots. I'm good.
I think I'll just stick to. I think I'll just stick to Dawson's Creek.
It's just a dude in his creek.
Well, I might be underserved when it comes to Xena Warrior Princess, but that doesn't mean that I won't listen to your experiences, or more to the point, how you spent your experience points.
Yay!
I don't know if I should be proud of that segue or whether I should be
Yes.
like, anyway, 3, 2, 1, go.
Ah! Whoa! No,
Yeah,
Aragwen.
All
Aragwen,
of
when
it
you watch
wasted
this,
because Aragwen isn't even here.
Yep, that's
send
okay.
your pride back
She'll
in time.
Catch it in the
please.
bod.
Ugh, right in the face.
Go for it.
I
Yep.
purchased a charm. I purchased a charm called Feeling the Dragon's Bones, plural. Yes,
Thank
you're
you.
all going to take a half second.
Thank
That's
you
fine.
very much.
It's
Plural.
awareness 4. It allows me to make a mental map of my surroundings based on vibrations in the earth and things like that, and I can go up to long range if I'm underground or in a stone structure.
Okay, I want to know why everybody else gets a pass, but when I'm like, ho ho, feeling the dragon's bone, I get an eye roll.
Wait,
'Cause
what?
I got over it.
Because I mentioned it first. I was like, oh, feeling the dragon's bone, huh? And then I get like an eye roll from her. Then everyone else is like, oh my sensibilities. And she's all like, tee I'm totally with all of you.
sensibility.
And meanwhile, I'm just like, ahead of my fucking time. Scott,
What am
go
I,
ahead.
chopped liver? That sounds badass, Kate, and I can't wait to see it in act. Do you have to like ping like echolocation style?
Ah! No, I just stamp my feet into the ground,
Yeah,
probably.
you pull a neutral gin from Avatar The Last Airbender when Toph just like sensed everything.
Oh, so cool. I also spent quite a bit of experience actually, so Aragwen should be very proud later. I bought a new dot of willpower, which I assume, John, means I don't get a point of willpower, like it's empty. I assume.
Oh, you know what? If
I
you
should
spent
check.
it, I'll let you get the point of willpower.
Yay! Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. I also bought a charm, which, we'll talk about when the time comes, but I bought Swaying Boughs Arabesque, which is a performance charm. That's me.
Linguistics 5 and
God.
War 5.
What? Whoa. Whoa.
I think
I mean,
war absolutely makes 100% sense after last session, and linguistics also makes sense for Gale. So
Woohoo!
you were all
really
like,
yeah.
logic.
I really like the
More
implication
points.
that you were like almost a perfect strategic general, and then you just needed one battle, and you're like, well, now I know everything.
Them's fighting words. Yes, Poke.
Does the audience want to know everything? Because generally we consult the intel report for that.
Oh. somewhere. There it is.
The brief.
Crickets.
You go first.
It's me.
You said you were going first, guys.
Thank you. I did say that. House of Bel's primary campus has received surprise assault by enemy of uncertain origin using realm tactics and equipment. Number of forces lost in the first attack unconfirmed. MIA soldiers continuing to report in. Command staff attacked by Vanguard strike force and unavailable. Last seen alive.
Fang of the Lost Hand has assumed command due to superior positioning and intel. Report to Acting Dragon Lord Kathak Aresta for marching orders. Enemy objective currently under assessment, to be assumed as total annihilation of House of Bells. Former Games Master Viren known connection to enemy forces. Any relevant information must be reported to command as highest priority.
Enemy assets. At least 3 sorcerers using Cirrus Skiff and Death of Obsidian Butterflies, all currently airborne and able to salvo. Obsidian butterflies on battlefield create hazardous terrain, do not engage without armor. At least 1 legion of soldiers with realm standard capabilities. Decorated warrior Kathak Morale seen leading Vanguard wielding unknown Grim Scythe. Students of 1st and 7th year acting as enemy assets recently surrendered to Kathak Aresta and Kathak Quickrat.
Nice. Quick Rat pulling the weight here. This is
Seriously.
good. Nice.
Quickrat
No,
must
see,
be
Kung Fu
ecstatic
Fenders,
you
I
got
like to
mentioned.
think that it's a student newspaper. That somebody is just like, oh, fuck, and like trying to get the presses going. Meanwhile, like there's butterflies smashing in through the windows.
Yeah.
They can hear people dying right above them, and they're just like, we got to crank out at least 200 of these bad boys.
Also, they're a student of the House of Bells. Of course they'd turn it into a war report as soon as it was
Yeah.
time.
I like to imagine they're like the telegraph operators on the Titanic.
Oh, nice.
You know, they're just like, oh, fuck, this is what we were sent here to do. Like, just
They
get
were
the
sent here to
cartoons,
die.
send out the news, send out the word. Yes, exactly. As fast
I
as
mean, I
possible.
know how to send out a telegraph.
Oh, it's right in the mic, though.
Sorry. Yeah.
SOS.
Otherwise,
Did
they
I
can't
get
hear it.
They don't need to.
All right, I'll just go. Everyone hates me today. I'll
No.
just get out of
Do
here.
not hate
You
our
can just-
GM and our
You can enjoy
storyteller,
a game
John.
on your own.
We love you. You bastard. Just kidding.
Plucky Hero has finally caught up on sleep
Oh, this is good.
from last week, so we are all ready to ruin that for you again.
I mean,
Question
I
mark?
really hope not.
I didn't diss Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider is literally about a murdered kid, and Wishbone's a better show. That's not dissing
Damn.
it. Ghost
That's
Rider,
not
I
dissing.
watched Ghost Rider.
Facts are facts.
Ghost Rider. Word.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Hello,
Wishbone, on the other
BBC
hand.
is the
Oh,
bomb.
Hello.
So just episode 20 them an episode early.
I love
people
how that's
were
a
claiming
verb
that,
now.
Yes, that last episode was episode
Hey.
20, and no, it wasn't.
Wait a second. Episode 0 was an episode. No.
Yes, but that's
Dovahkiin.
episode 0.
That's
right. Doesn't count as a. I suppose it doesn't.
Rainbow.
Oh no.
Scott?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Well, something else we have to do before we get started, because it is very important. We have to talk about how we're going to keep ourselves and each other safe. We do that here on RPG Clinic by using these safety cards. You in the chat do not have cards, but you do have options for your own safety and well-being, and I'll get to those in a second. But what are these cards? You may be asking yourselves. This green card, the play card, is to let people around the table know that you are enthusiastically consenting to continue and participate regardless of what your character or your outward appearance may show. The yellow card, the pause card, is a way of letting people know around the table that you have something to say, but it should only take a moment, just something to let people be aware of. And then the red card, the stop card, is just that. It calls an immediate stop to the game for any reason. We will probably go to a be right back screen if anyone pulls one of these. Once the player who pulled a red card feels ready and able to continue playing, they can reinitiate game. I should mention, of course, that, using a card doesn't mean anyone's bad. It doesn't mean anything, anyone did anything wrong. There's no judgment associated with it. It's just about people being able to be safe and have fun. Like I mentioned before, of course, you in the chat do not have these cards. You do have options. If you feel like you need to communicate something, you can message a mod. They are not here today, so you can message RPGClinic. You can whisper RPGClinic. That goes to John. And of course, the other potential option, if something is making you uncomfortable or anything, you can always leave the stream. We don't want to see you go, but you have to be safe first and foremost. And that is how we're going to have fun.
Thank you.
Safety.
And that's how we're gonna have fun.
Thumbs up.
All right. Any questions before we start? We're a little behind, but that's okay.
Yeah.
No.
How about from our beloved audience? You're beloved.
Yeah. Very beloved.
One of you more than others. But which one?
Is it Bukajutsu? No, we love all of you equally and in different ways. Whoa.
No way.
Why do we have to bring the sloppy party bottom quote up right as we're discussing which audience members we like?
I mean,
You break it, you buy it. You know what I mean? Ay. A good question.
Some of the most stressful moments I've ever felt were at school. And I choose to believe that this makes me an incredibly lucky person. The fact that, I have the thing that I have to worry about is whether or not something is going to happen at school makes me very lucky. Of course, when you are at school in this particular game, you are also at a military academy. You do not have such privilege as to think that the worst thing that could happen to you on this campus is that you may or may not pass a test, or that a student may or may not choose to believe that you are a good person. It's not over yet. It's definitely not over yet. You have something of a challenge ahead of you, which means that you should check in at this point, the three of you, and remind yourselves where you are right now in this conflict. Because school's not out. Not yet. And definitely not for summer.
maybe forever.
Oh.
I'm in the fortified section of the school, in one of the lecture halls, along with, I believe, Gil Whispered and a few others.
Yeah, I'm with Aresta, helping to create plans of defense, potentially attack, and I have also just asked Cientel via mind waves, because she's in the barracks, to see if she can find proof that the students were brainwashed. The students who were marching against us.
That's going to be interesting. Pyres is outside, I think sort of not like in the forefront of the fray, but he did witness both the first years and the seventh years surrendering to Cathak Quikrad and Cathak Oresta, respectively. He confronted his sister, Moral, who has just turned and walked away. Her back is retreating, I don't know, into the distance, but she's walking away at this moment.
The first years have surrendered to you. There are definitely casualties among them, although it's not necessarily clear right from the get-go whether they are simply injured, passed out, or killed. The seventh years, however, have decided to surrender before actually engaging, seeing that it would be a lost cause to mount an attack at this time, and they have since surrendered.
We were sending them to be held in an adjoining building. for the time being, with their arms being left aside.
I'm going to rush inside and make my way to Aresta quick as I can.
Okay, Siantel still is nowhere that you can see her.
Mm-hmm. Oh, exactly. Commander, permission to scout. See what the enemy forces, if they're regrouping or retreating. See if I can
Absolutely.
find Siantel, the commander. Yep, I'll go. Is Flavienne here? I feel like she didn't go with me, so I'm not sure where she is.
No, she stayed here with you.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. I'll ask her to come along just for a second set of eyes.
So you're just pulling NPCs one by one, taking them
losing them.
outside, and then coming back being like, I lost them.
Well, not on purpose.
It's all right. We can go. I still do not have my weapons.
We can try to find them if we see there's an
I know
opening.
exactly where they are. I just have not been in the barracks.
Mhm. If the path is safe, we can make our way there. Make sure you're armed in case they come back. Let's try to get eyes on the enemy first. And
And what are you doing with
Faculty.
Single Edge,
Single Edge. I would like to.
who is draped around your shoulders, if I remember correctly?
Oh, of course, yeah. I
Wearing her as a
That's-
stole.
That's right. I had her like kind of covering me with her bow, but I'm going to bring her inside and request medical attention. So I'm going to run in and shout medic, because that's what you do.
I mean, I'll probably direct you to wherever the group of medics are, because there are going to be multiple casualties, so.
Yeah. Do any of us have medicine?
I have 1 dot of medicine.
Okay, cool. I think I also have one. I might have one. No, never mind.
apply band-aids.
Yep, that's the plan.
Her
She-
feet. They're
She is
dumb.
literally just waving you off. Like, I am not important right now.
Yeah.
I'm not actively dying, so
Yeah.
Right. Single Edge, I'm going to go scout, but I'll be back. Please take care of yourself.
what do you think I'm doing?
Trying to be a hero?
I was taking care of myself, and I decided to enter into an alliance with you.
I know. Look, I'm just glad we got you out of there. There's no telling what might have happened otherwise.
It's true. If I hadn't entered into an alliance with you, who knows what would have happened? Brevin, maybe.
We're doing this right now? This is the appropriate time?
And we can all hear this, right?
I'm not
yes.
keeping my voice down.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Great.
Unless, I mean, Pyres might be keeping it quiet, but Single Edge is not.
I don't think he knows how. That's not quite true.
But is there a better time for this?
Yeah, potentially when we're not under attack, about to be murdered. Yeah, that would be a better time, possibly.
You have an odd sense of improving morale, Pyres.
Single Edge, why don't you tell me what you have to say in front of everyone? We can resolve our differences like soldiers.
I don't agree with that. You have your orders. You have your orders. Go do your orders and do whatever this is afterwards.
I wasn't aware there was any differences. I was thanking him.
Well done. Well done. Off you go. You rest until you can seek medical attention.
Thank you, Commander.
I thought you were just leaving, Scott.
Yeah, no, and then...
At the window. Goodbye,
Oh,
Scott.
yeah, can you imagine if I was just like... That'd be great. No, it's very loud outside. I couldn't hear you. Although I am leaving this conversation now.
I mean, as you start retreating, she just is like, I'm so glad that he took care of me. I'm so glad I took care of him.
biting my tongue here.
Commander.
Not over Single Edge.
Soldier.
What on creation's godforsaken butthole are we dealing with?
Pyres is off to gather intel on the administrative building.
What Pyres neglected to mention is that Kathak Morale just, confronted him.
What?
Wielding a grim scythe.
What?
Just thought that might be useful information for all of that.
That's useful.
Confronted him how? She was with the other side?
Yeah, she is got a big thing for Viren now, apparently.
So we are sure, at least if she is to be believed, that this attack is Viren's doing.
Well, I'm assuming that she's on the opposite side because she was basically saying, forsake the rest of you and join her and fulfill his destiny and all that bullshit.
Or at least someone that looks like her has said these things.
Commander, if I may make a suggestion.
Absolutely.
We should find the seventh years who seem most amenable to us and do another interrogation.
Absolutely.
I will go
do
do
that. Find
that.
some way that we can tell each other apart. Not all of us have the benefit of, entering into sacred pacts.
God damn it.
Don't know how a sacred pact of this size would work, so let's not try that. Alright. I'm gonna call a random soldier and ask them to bring the seventh year who I initially spoke to us. Sinus Dale.
Okay. Dial arrives. He's unarmed. He definitely looks like he's not having a good day.
Are you willing to report your information to us?
I don't know what you're talking about. What do you want me to do?
You tell us exactly what the orders were that you received, who gave them to you, how long this has been planned.
We were
Start
informed that the House of Bells has been compromised, that anyone
When?
left in the camp. Okay, do you want me to tell you, or do you want to just, and he literally just drops, he is completely, utterly demoralized.
Please give your report. Sorry for the interruption.
Sorry.
No.
We were told that anyone who was left on the campus of the House of Bells had been compromised. And that they were all to be killed.
Who gave you these orders? You said they came from Fokuf, but who delivered them?
The Games Master.
Of course. Understandable. He is a person of authority to us.
You say, of course. We're not necessarily trained to ignore orders from
Someone
that
who...
high up.
He's no longer a professor here at the House of Bells.
I was referring to Fokuf.
So if a first year ran up to you and said, "Hello, sir, Fokuf tells you to..."
He jams his hand into his uniform and pulls out a scroll. Hanging off it is a seal. Okay, thwack. Hanging off it is a seal, which definitely looks like it's from the, Imperial throne.
Thank you.
The information corroborates what he's telling you.
Could I do a roll to try to figure out how official this is?
Sure, that's actually a bureaucracy roll.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So that will be a intelligence bureaucracy. The difficulty for you is going to be 3.
That's 5 successes.
Whoa.
This looks... First of all, it looks legitimate.
Okay.
There's a chance that it is a very, very well done forgery, but the seal looks legitimate and does look like it is the seal of the Imperial throne. It looks like it is, all of the The orders have been delivered. It is a scroll that is addressed to Kathak Vieren, who has subsequently been delivered to DL, who is currently holding it. Well, now you are holding it.
I will be keeping this. Unless if he makes a move to give it back, I would like to just like tuck it into my
He's currently
pocket.
a prisoner of war. He isn't really like prone to making sudden movements right now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is certainly interesting information. We received no such information. We received no such directives. We were just students here this morning, and then we were under attack.
Considering that our goal was to kill you, it doesn't surprise me that you weren't issued same orders.
To paint the whole school as compromised leads me to continue to question the motives behind these orders. For this time, any first or seventh years who wish to follow the orders that they were given, because they come from such an official source, we understand, but they will continue to be held as prisoners.
You don't see me fighting right now.
So these orders were delivered to you this morning,
Yes.
and it was after the 7th years had already left for their maneuvers training.
Yes.
So it was delivered to you by Vieren himself in the woods?
Not in the woods. Past
Where?
them.
Past the woods, where?
He describes a location that's approximately 3 kilometers north.
Okay. And the location, this is out of character. The location, is it like implying that he's in hiding in the wilderness, or is it like a village, or?
It would be not in, like, it might be on a road,
Okay.
depending on exactly where, but no, it's not implied that he was in a village.
Okay. What about the sorcerers who were here earlier?
I have no idea who they are.
Did it surprise you to see them attacking for you?
They didn't attack me or the rest of us. We assumed that they were part of the other force. We knew that we weren't going to be enough to take on everyone here by ourselves. I was told to wait for orders from Commander Morale.
Did she issue any orders herself?
We hadn't received any up until this point. I chose to surrender because I realized that we were attacking a well-fortified force. And I was trying to make sure that the first years weren't going to get all killed.
That's appreciated.
I was under the impression when I was going to arrive that there was going to be a few smatterings of some kind of holdouts, that Anathema would somehow be on the grounds and that we were going to be taking it over, not destroying 5/7 of the student body.
Again,
It still didn't stop you, though.
Again, if you received orders, would you enact them? Would you carry them out? Or would you ignore them?
I don't feel the need to share my answer with you today.
It's completely understandable why you acted as you did. And I appreciate that you were able to see the oddities in the situation.
Sorry.
Whether it's through being outnumbered or whether it's perhaps understanding the strange choice to pit 2/7 against 5/7.
It wasn't supposed to be killing everybody, and it definitely wasn't supposed to be a hopeless battle we had no chance to win.
We have reason to believe that someone is trying to destroy the House of Bells to some other benefit.
What possible benefit could Fokuf have of destroying the House of Bells?
We have theories, but no solid answer. But it connects to the glade having been burnt down.
That was just Vieren and the 5 of you and Juin. How does that relate to Fokuf and the entire balance of power in the realm?
If Fokuf gave these orders through Viren, there's your connection.
I don't even pretend to understand what you're talking about.
That's fine. I'm attempting to give you sufficient information to hopefully join our side. You don't have to understand the whole picture.
I know what orders I was given.
I understand that.
I also know what orders I decided to give.
Also understandable.
So you'll forgive me if I'm not going to make any rash decisions at this point.
Of course.
At that, Gale turns away and starts scuttling off, pretending like she's studying the scroll, and is absentmindedly wandering off.
Well, for now, you can return to the adjoining building.
Fine. He gets up.
Thank you for your honor.
I'm not so sure I have it anymore. He turns and he leaves.
Sad.
Pyres,
Yeah.
where are you going?
I am taking Flavienne. We are going to get a height advantage. I don't know the geography of this part of the campus, but we're going to try to get high up. I'm scouting for a few things, and I don't mind if that takes some time, because what I'm hoping to get a sense of is there any movement in the building where we left the faculty? Do there seem to be people there? What's the status of the enemy forces, right? There were vanguards and there was morale. They were retreating in that direction. I'm also looking for any cast-offs from the deliveries that people got earlier today. Brevin and a few people had deliveries of something that was wrapped, right? Which I wasn't able to get a hold of. If I can find something cast off with that seal on it or whatever packaging it was, I can investigate.
Okay, so those packages could probably be found in the barracks where you were before. I'll remind you that the barracks are currently nasty to be inside.
Yeah.
There are countless shards of obsidian littering the floors.
Okay.
In terms of the building that you left the faculty in, as I mentioned earlier, it's in flames. It is destroyed. Where the faculty are, that's a good question, but that you'll have to scout out for.
Okay. Do I have eyes on any of the enemy forces, other than the 1st and 7th years who are being, herded in?
So the 1st and 7th the 1st and 7th years that are being herded in are, that's essentially the equivalent of just 100 people, right? The House of Bells doesn't have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of students. Remember that all of you are Dragon-Blooded, right? There aren't, there are a bunch of them.
Yeah.
But they're not all here in this one location.
Fair.
However, in terms of enemy forces, you can still see that there's at least 2 clouds in the sky that feel like they shouldn't necessarily be hanging as low as they are. But otherwise, it seems like the enemy has gone to some pains to not reveal themselves right now.
Okay.
You're relatively sure that in the areas that you have occupied as students, so that includes the lecture halls and the barracks, and and headed out towards the forest, which is your escape path, right, that you had set up previously.
Yep.
Relatively sure that those areas are secure. You haven't heard
Okay.
anything from anybody about how they might have been taken over.
Right.
But the administrative offices, that you have 0 visibility in right now. There are no students that you have seen there. Who knows what's going on?
Okay.
There are a number of students, notable students that you know of, who you have no idea where they are currently. The primary ones among those are Leanne and Brevin.
Right.
Yes,
Siontel
we
is
found-
also now MIA. Although we know, like, we sent her off, but we don't know where she's at right now.
Sorry, who do you not know where right now?
Chantel.
Siontel.
Siontel, yes. You can find out wherever she is whenever you want.
Ta-da!
But
Yeah.
you don't know where she is currently.
Okay. Yeah, my concern, of course... Well, sorry, I'll just... Yeah. I turn to Flavienne. My concern, obviously, is that the enemy is just regrouping. They didn't succeed, but that doesn't mean they're not going to try again. They have superior firepower, even if we have a defensive stronghold. They can get in here eventually.
At the moment, we are powerful. We have many. They'd have to bring a legion. Do you see a legion?
Well, no, but there were forces, and it's hard to know how many more they have. They brought a lot of firepower to bear.
A couple of brand new students to the House of Bells do not present too much of a threat. Even the senior class, it isn't too much.
No. It's the fact that my sister's wrapped up in all this.
You cannot focus on one member. At the moment, we have at least 2 sorcerers that we can see. There. We also know that we do not have visibility elsewhere on the campus. Morale is no longer your concern right now. After all, she decided not to attack you.
It's true.
If anything, that means that she either has some sort of belief in honor or she has compassion. And if you choose, you can exploit either one of those.
I'm gonna have to think about that.
Think
But all I know
quickly.
is that I'm not losing the House of Bells today.
It is only a place.
I'm not sure if that's true, but I do have a longer relationship with the house. Through my family, through morale.
Yes, and your family at the moment is currently on the side of people who wish to annihilate us. What do we do?
Good point. We do what we do best and we fight back and we win. Right?
Do you believe that you could take your sister on?
One-on-one? Probably not.
Then let's come up with an alternative strategy.
We need as many allies as we can get. I'm hoping that we can come across at least a few more students who may have found their way around, and I hope that some of the faculty survived the assault. And I look out towards the flames. How far away? I retreated from there not that long ago. Is the idea of a stealth mission to get in and scout impossible? To get down to the administration buildings?
Well, that depends on how much faith you put into your stealth capabilities.
That is a good question. I don't, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. I'm going to look back towards the barracks first. We need to find faculty, but I also want to know what was in those bags that people had earlier today. Did you see those?
They're nothing.
Nothing.
Bathing costumes.
Oh,
People were ordering bathing costumes, knowing that they were going to go out to sea. The vanity of the Dragon-Blooded.
yeah.
Are you just
Yeah.
upset that you didn't get one? You kind of have to order them in advance.
I'm not upset, Flavienne. I'm not upset about it. Just
do what I'm going to do. I'm
Oh.
not going to wear anything.
Naked, right? Yeah, I remember that. Sorry, so much has happened.
You should be proud of the body that you have. At that point, you
I am.
hear a... as something is fired from one cloud to the other.
They're far, but can I get a sense of what that is? No.
Probably just a message being sent
Yeah.
back and forth.
I look to Flavienne and I grin at her. What do you think? Do you think you could toss me that far? And I motion up to the clouds.
No.
Think I could toss you that far?
She looks down, looks at Pyres like... Definitely no.
Okay.
If you had... Perhaps if you had Aresta and Gale Whispered, maybe, but I don't think this is going to work.
No. I just really want to know where they were able to find so much firepower to bring against the House of Bells.
So much firepower. We've had 3 attacks from obsidian butterflies. And someone managed to convince 2 classes to turn on us. That's it.
Feels like a lot to me.
3 sorcerers against an entire military academy? That's not enough.
Perhaps they were just hoping for the element of surprise to be able to quickly burn through the House of Bells like wildfire. The opening salvos would have done damage. That would have been enough.
It is still not enough. That would mean that 3 sorcerers could take over any town they wanted to.
That's true. So then it's just to frighten us?
It was an opening salvo. I don't think the students were the target.
Then we need to go see if they did accomplish their mission.
And let's go.
Okay. Knowing that they have a couple of people in the sky, I certainly don't want to stick to the rooftops.
That would seem unwise.
I'm gonna hop down. We've done a number of stealthy nighttime. I mean, it's not nighttime, but runs across campus. I'm gonna see if I can make my way to the administration offices with Flavienne. We're gonna take routes through as many buildings as possible to keep out of sight.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to roll me your wits stealth.
Okay.
Your difficulty is going to be 4.
Okay. All right. Gonna
Now,
spend a point
for
of
the
willpower.
2 of you,
Yes.
are you just waiting for your intelligence, or...
I wouldn't mind chatting with Aresta for a second.
Yeah, once he's off, I'd probably cross to Gale.
I don't get angry very often, but that guy made me very angry. I just wanted you to know that, Commander.
Understood. I could tell that you were upset, which is why I cut in. If he has intelligence that we can gather, it's worth gathering some more
I don't think he
information.
has any intelligence at all. Oh,
No.
I see what you mean.
We have the document. We have the facts that he experienced. That's more than we had.
Right. So there are 2 sorcerers in the sky, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody here really knows much about sorcery.
No.
There is someone who does.
Bracken.
I was thinking of someone else, actually.
Oh?
You're not gonna like it. Juin.
Okay. That's fair, and I understand.
Just knocks you out.
I am acknowledging this. I am processing this. I'm gonna keep talking about some other things, but I'm not forgetting.
Understood, Commander.
I have concerns that with us all now locked in here, that we can become an easy target for something like the roof being set on fire.
Almost certainly.
If you could put some thought into tactical options whereby we can perhaps make a move at least towards the administration building to or surrounding buildings, wherever. Where do you think the administrators would have gone? And thus, how can we get to wherever those spots would be?
I'm also going to look into ways that we can perhaps vacate the building without them seeing.
And if you have any thoughts on how to deal with that based on what little you know.
I have one big thought, and you're still mulling it over, so I'll try to
I'll
think of
be
backup
thinking
thoughts.
on that while you're thinking on those.
All right.
And I'm gonna start strolling down like the ranks and like checking in on anyone who's injured and being looked to and stuff like that.
You're doing the whole like.
Yes, I started to say it and it came from somewhere else, but yes, I'm absolutely doing the Master and Commander.
Yes.
I lost an arm too once. I mean, not really. Shit.
Almost.
You know,
did.
Nelson only had one arm at the end.
Before
Popped
he
him on the shoulder
died.
and keep going. Other dumb shit like that. Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be a charisma presence.
Dumb shit.
Pyres?
Yeah. So I got 2 successes. That
Okay.
is not the 4 that you requested.
That is not. So as you start heading through, the first building that you know that you can make it to is in fact the same building in which Seven Fingers' office was located.
Right.
So as you're walking through, the first thing that you notice when you're around here is that it is extremely quiet inside this building. More quiet than it should be, considering that even on the outside you can still hear things like fire.
Mm-hmm. I don't know much about, potential sorceress workings, but like, is it possible that things have been sort of magically sound dampened? And if so, why? I guess I'm just saying that out loud.
So as you are progressing through,
Yeah.
you know that if you can cut through this building, that's going to take you past this building, and then on the other side of it, you know that that's where Nuven's quarters and offices are. Nuven basically operates out of one cottage. That's where she sleeps. That's where she does her business. It's kind of like the White House, except for Nuven.
Sure.
And if you can get through this building, that will work. I'm going to ask you to roll me your wits awareness, please.
Oh, no.
No.
This is not a join battle roll.
Thank you. You.
What
I rolled lots of ones. I rolled 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. I'm going to have you see the roll that I made. Okay.
I have witnessed you.
Witness me.
Nice knowing you.
It takes only about 10 seconds of this quiet before it is shattered, and the floor underneath the two of you as you are moving completely caves in and gives way.
Oh, damn.
You are quick enough to realize what is happening, and you manage to dance off the
Nice.
the tiles, and then you have landed inside Seven Fingers' office where you found yourself before. But Flavienne is not so lucky. She has fallen through the ground and has landed in the basement below. She doesn't seem to be hurt, but with relatively high ceilings, it's pretty far down. Underneath, you see that there are multiple robed figures who are now advancing on Flavian, who is scrambled to her feet and is now just trying to keep track of everyone around her.
Oh God. Is there anything is there anything big and heavy within arm's reach in within Seven Fingers' office
I mean, there's his desk.
that I can carry?
Well, I don't know what you're trying to do, so
Cool. If there's a paperweight or the spyglass or something that I
see,
have.
when you say
in my
something
pocket.
that's big and heavy, I think desk, and you apparently think paperweight.
My bad. Sorry. Yeah, something I can pick up. What I'm gonna do, John, I was gonna take the stairs and find a way down to get Flavian, but this is danger central. I am going to leap off the broken tiled floor and down onto the roped figures.
Why are you
I'm hoping
looking
to
for something heavy to hold on to, though? I
so
want
I
to know
can-
what your intention is, because otherwise
Oh.
I'll be like, yes, you have a rock, and then you're being like, great, I will ride the rock down. I'll be like, but it's this big.
But you can't. I was gonna yeet it at one of them.
Is your throne that good?
No, it's one, I think. I have some. Yeah, I have one. I don't know.
Okay, so you basically
pillow
want
fight.
to improvise a weapon and huck it at them,
Yeah.
and then jump down? Or
That
are you
might-
like jumping
exactly.
down, and while you're jumping down, you were hucking something at them?
No, sorry, yeah. I'll throw something, potentially cause a bit of consternation, maybe let her get away, and then I'll evaluate.
Okay, this is going to have to be one hell of a throne. I am going to... Is this mostly for a distraction, or is this actually trying to do damage?
This is going to be mostly for a distraction.
Okay, then this is what it's going to be. This is going to be a manipulation throne.
Okay?
Your difficulty is going to be 6.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, I guess what I'm going to do, if you'll allow me to name the item that I've taken, he had a bunch of very elaborate bottles, right, filled with liquids. from
Yes,
other
liquids and
parts of-
sands of various lands that he had visited.
Exactly. So I'd like to take one that is filled with sort of a bright red sand. I'm going to take careful aim. I'm going to throw it so that it ricochets off a beam and comes in at an angle that maybe the robed figures aren't expecting. My sands.
Okay, I'll give you 2 dice for that.
Thanks. I need them.
Yes, I
That's
believe you do.
This is the problem. I did not get 6 successes. I got 8. No, I got 3 successes.
Okay.
That was a great roll considering that shitty pool you had.
Thanks, man.
It's really
It-
good.
that is good, but this was going to be difficult. I mean, imagine in combat you'd have to beat somebody's defense, right?
Right, sure, that's fair.
So, you huck the thing. The jar, in fact, does not break. It seems to be made out of very stern stuff. Clangs against the rafter and then falls. At which point, when it lands, you hear a crack, but it does not shatter. And then people look down, and I guess they're looking up as you are leaping down into them.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to draw both of my blades as I leap down upon them, hair streaming in the wind. I'm going to scream, "Stay away from her!" as I rush down into the basement.
It's gonna be really awkward if it turns out that it was just like the frat.
It's entirely possible it's like a surprise party for Pyres, and he's going to really crash it. but-
Happy birthday!
They do me.
Okay,
Light the candles.
then with your stunt, roll join battle, and as you are figuring that out, I'm going to go back to these 2.
3 successes in my
Sorry,
charisma presence.
this is gonna be terrible.
You do a decent job of making sure that the people who are currently not doing so hot, at least are ready to listen to you once again. Once you have orders to give them, you may not have those orders just yet.
Mhm.
but you feel like there's definitely at least their morale has improved, which means that if they test for route in the next in the near future, then they will get a bonus.
Sweet.
Because they are rallied under the current commander, who is you.
Sure is. Whoa.
Quick Rat sidles up to Gale Whispered.
And Gale has been, like, I guess making her way to the roof. She's trying to, like, stay undercover, but, like, just look at the campus, basically, while she figures out her plan.
So what are you doing?
I'm planning things. What are you doing?
I'm trying to find out what the hell I can do to be useful. Because right now, I don't really feel like I'm doing all that much except for parroting exactly what Arrest is saying. And she's sort of walking around. She's talking to everybody who's been hurt and saying that it really sucks that they've been hurt, but also saying that it won't suck
That's
for very
great. Have
long.
you ever been into the commandant's office? Have you ever done any, like, paperwork for her or, like, cleaning for her or
I got in
anything like
trouble
that?
once.
Okay.
Turns out you're not really supposed to swipe barrels of ale from the mess.
I can't imagine why anybody would do something like that.
I was doing it because I thought that it was going to make me popular.
Did it?
Yes.
I know that under the commandant's office, there is at least one floor of basements.
Yeah.
You don't happen to know how far that extends, do you?
Well, let me see here, Liz. Do you want to say how far it extends?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Oh,
I was like, Quick Rat, why are you calling me Liz? What's happening? Oh, it's John.
who are you talking to?
My brain. Yes, I would. I would like to establish a fact that the basement is actually a bunker system of some kind. Almost like a bomb shelter, where basically if the commandant were attacked, this is where she would go. It's like extra fortification, but it's underground. Because Gale is trying to figure out where the commandant might lead any faculty who are still alive.
Okay. So let's roll to establish your fact. It's a
Okey
good
dokey.
fact to establish. I will say that the difficulty for this fact is 3.
Okay. Remind me, it's lore and what for establishing a fact?
We'll call this one intelligence.
Cool.
Strength lore. You
Nice.
just beat the GM until he says that it's okay.
Can you stunt an established fact?
Yes.
Oh, did I?
Sure.
Lift books,
You
bro.
described to Quick Rat what you were trying to do.
Cool.
Hey, Quick Rat, do you think there's like a tunnel or series of bunkers under the ground? Yeah.
It's 5 successes.
Oh, great.
Yeah, absolutely. They got a whole system underneath. It's part of the reason they do that is to make sure that you can actually move from building to building to building without having to go outside. It's not really supposed to be sort of what's general knowledge, but this entire campus was built upon a battlefield.
I'm gonna have to do more research into that battle.
Yeah, with the library.
Oh,
Oh,
that was a low blow, Quick Rat.
I'm short. Low blows are what I do.
hey.
All right.
You're short too. It kind
am.
of works out.
So it is a mid blow. Sorry about that. Okay. So now we have an idea where the faculty may have gone, potentially.
If we're lucky, they're still alive.
If the sorcerers are in the sky, if any faculty remain alive, the natural course of action would be get below ground.
They've got air superiority at the moment. That means they've got visibility in the entire battlefield. We don't have that. We've got a series of runners that we've managed to set up already. That gives us a lot of flexibility in where to go, and means that we can communicate easily. But
Where
it
do you
doesn't
think
mean
the
that we
nearest-
have any knowledge of what's going on outside of our area of influence.
Where's the nearest point of access for the bunker system?
That's probably going to be Seven Fingers' office.
All right. I don't feel comfortable bringing everybody out into the open Yet.
Doesn't seem like a winning strategy.
No. Thank you, Quick Rat. This was helpful. I'll let you know if your services are required again.
Look, I do what I can. If I don't get out of this, I'm down to steak dinner. And he turns and he goes back downstairs.
Mhm.
Strange person. Then starts chewing on a rock she picked up off
You
the
are a
ground.
sad, strange little man.
Nice. Also, are you chewing on a rock?
It helps me think.
What?
Tooth pain. It really just sharpens the mind.
Oh,
Ah! God, this is
oh
horrible.
my god.
Oh God.
You come across a third year who looks like they're doing okay,
Gale, are you bleeding?
but definitely out of the fight. Their quadricep is taken a heavy chunk out of it. And everybody, by the way, has a certain number of cuts. Now, none of them are bleeding, right? They're exalted. You don't really bleed for that long, but like definitely everyone's kind of seen signs of obsidian butterfly attack. Hey, Commander.
Yes, sir. Yes, soldier.
I was gonna be like, yes, sir. Like,
Yes, soldier.
oh, I got promoted. Oh.
Who's the Dragon Lord now?
Oh no.
Or whatever.
Commander, there's something that I should tell you that I saw while I was out there.
How about yours?
You know how there's two of those things in the sky?
Yes.
I think I know where the third sorcerer is. And he pulls over a piece of parchment and he sketches out, and he hands it back to you. There's a series of foxholes that have been created that off to the east of the campus. His conjecture is that that's probably where some of them are hiding. They only built these foxholes 2 days into this semester, so they're there and they're fresh.
That's excellent intelligence, soldier.
It's where I would put somebody if I was trying to keep them hidden.
Once you're seen to enough to be able to at least sit up for a while without blood rushing out of your head, I want you to come sit over near our command table. I think you've got a good eye and a good mind, even if your legs got you out of commission as a soldier for the day.
I mean, I'll be all right. He will not be okay. Well, he will eventually be okay, but like he's not going to be okay for this
You're
battle.
not-
He's not. He's not. walking.
Yeah, I'm not sending you out into battle today, soldier. Like it or not. You've got other assets.
This soldier's name is Nieman, sir.
Nina?
Well then, Neiman. Well met.
Sure. Hey. Why is this happening?
We don't have all of the puzzle pieces, but the House of Bells is a rock to our society. We create the legions.
And it's the earth aspects who master the rocks.
I'll take that. So if you pull a rock out of the foundation, you can destabilize it.
Good foundations will last more than just one rock.
So you have to assume that there's more going on. More than outside of here. But this is where we are, and this is where we have control.
It makes me wonder whether we're the primary target.
Again, once the medics cleared you, move on up to the table.
Sure. Is Gale Whispered gonna be there?
Of course.
Oh. Okay.
She means well, even if that isn't 100% apparent at all times.
That's not what I'm worried about, sir.
Permission to speak freely.
She whooped my ass at Gateway last year.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm going to be all that useful if she's there with you.
I'm not going to invite every soldier up to that table, but a few extra minds will give us a few extra angles.
Okay. As long as we're not playing Gateway.
Not today.
Speaking of people not playing Gateway, Pyres.
That's me. I'm not playing Gateway. Yes, I was unable to update my initiative on the initiative tracker, but I have 6. Which I'm not really sure why, but that's okay. Yay.
You're in
I'll
it.
see if I can adjust it now.
Flavian is doing all right. She is going to be at 6 as well.
Given how many dice I rolled, I'm really disappointed.
Hit the chat fix, because it's also not updating for them on their document.
I'm seeing it.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I was looking at the wrong file. Never mind. Sorry. Don't mind me.
I think that was me too before.
Okay. You have 3 adversaries.
It's not good.
Okay.
I'm in the kitchen.
Okay. And okay. So of your 3 adversaries, we're just going to call them A, B, and C.
Okay.
And they are currently sitting at let's just update that for you. So A is currently sitting only at initiative 4. B is sitting at hello. B.
Hello.
Whoa.
B is sitting at initiative 5, but C is sitting at initiative 7.
Okay.
You'll be fine, Scott.
Doing.
These road figures at the moment look identical. They're clearly wearing armor under whatever they're wearing around them, which probably was used to help disguise their movements more than anything else. They're kind of... Do you know what a ghillie suit is?
Yeah, it breaks up the outline of a person so you can kind of camo better.
Very
Camo.
similar to that.
Camouflage.
Right? So
Right.
this is not like a cloak meant to be worn as a fashion statement. It's a cloak meant to be worn to keep you relatively covered.
Right.
So, as a result, it is adversary 3 who's going to act first. This person, upon seeing you, like, fall down,
Crash down onto the floor.
is going to start to hum. Pyres, it is your action.
I mean, yeah, I'm also having a horrible set of flashbacks here, I guess. Okay, well, let's leap into it. Landing on the floor, drawing myself up to my full height. I've got both Hope and Abandon out. I'm gonna launch myself at the person who's humming, assuming that they won't want their concentration broken. Also, if they're doing something like that, maybe they're the leader. I'm doing a huge kind of like arc with my sword to try to keep everyone else back, and then I'd like to try to slash at this robed figure in an attempt to knock the robe off their head, off their head, so I can see who it is.
Are you attempting a gambit?
No, this is a withering attack. I'm just trying to be cool.
Okay, no, that's fine. I just wanted to be sure.
That's fair.
You are definitely cool. This person is literally going to see as you approach, take one step back with arms held behind their back, and just shift.
I mean,
slightly out of the way.
That sounds bad.
Defense. That sounds bad. Defense is 6.
Okay. I'm gonna spend some motes, which puts me up to glowing immediately, because that's fun. Hoi!
Yeah, keep spending Pyres so we
Here
know where
we
you
go.
are.
Yeah.
I'm taking care of Flavian's action at the moment.
Great.
Okay.
Pyres.
This is
Okay.
a lot. This is like a lot of dice. Ripley, can you,
Flavian's foot is going to lance out and try to make a connection with B for adversary 2. And while she does manage to make solid contact, It does nothing but drive him back a couple of steps. So it means that Flavienne's just going to gain 1 initiative, but that's it. She didn't roll any successes on her damage.
I've not never seen a worse roll, but just statistically speaking, I got 2 successes. Horrible. Like, there's a lot of dice here, I guess is what I'm saying. I gotta
I'm
change
so
my dice.
sorry.
It's okay. I'll get
Did
the
you
next
do
one.
your dice rituals today? You don't have any, do you? Uh-oh.
I don't usually go in on superstition.
It's the Cathak brat. You hear one of them say, and this person rushes up towards you, and you see this is not a small diclave, this is just your standard diclave. It's made of jade, and it is flashing out from under this massive kind of robe suit type, trying to pass in front of your eyes as a distraction more than anything else. This is a withering attack.
Okay. I'll spend a couple of motes. Parry, defense 6. So, sorry, I should actually just say what I'm doing as well. If the blade is going to try to come up and distract me, I'm going to have 1 up to try to catch it while the other is guarding my midsection, just in case there's some trickery at play.
It's green. Good.
Green jade.
It's orange. And there, Erwin isn't here. It's green. Okay, you can get a stunt for your defense, so it puts it up to what?
6. Whoops.
Did you assume your defense with the stunt?
No, I was going to spend motes. That was my...
No.
But then now I can save my motes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 7. So that's 1 extra. Your soak is?
6.
Okay, well, it's not going to be that big a deal. Hopefully.
It
that was correct. So you're going to lose 2 initiative.
Okay.
I will take care of that, and they will gain.
Thank you. I might be able to now, but I'll let you do
go ahead
this
and
one.
try.
Yeah, I'll try it. Oh, that's wrong one.
Sorry. I made it worse.
Did it do anything? No, it did not. It's too bad.
Damn it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Which puts you down to 5. And then A says in a voice that you absolutely recognize, you really need to stop, Pyres, before you hurt yourself.
Is it Cathak Vieren?
Yes.
Oh my god! No! I whirl around to face... This is A, I imagine,
It's
rather
A.
than the humming figure. I'm just going to snarl.
And as you snarl, just 1 meaty fist is going to come out and try to pop you right in the face.
Oh, that's good. That's golden. I'm going to... quicker than lightning, I'm flashing my diclaves up to bat the fist away, and I'm dropping into a lower stance.
Okay, your defense is still 6.
Yes. Sorry, onslaught penalty, right?
Yes. So 5, unless you are...
I will spend 2 motes. I will make it 6. Make it so. Fury!
2 threshold. Your soak is 6.
6.
Oh.
What is he doing down here?
He's
You're the
just
one who
chilling
decided
like
to
a
jump
villain.
down and just be like, "Oh, I'm a good friend."
Yeah. That's usually
Well,
my
if
power in
Yaren
these
didn't
games.
kill you, Gilligud would have. So either way, you're...
Pyres, you are going to take 6 initiative
Ooh.
damage, which crashes you,
Bam.
and therefore puts
I'm a rope Siphus?
A up to 15. Round, regain 5 motes.
Excellent. Just
It's
just
one of those,
the way I like
one of those
it.
lose-lose situations Byers has gotten himself into.
Vieren just lets the robes, like he lets his arms fall back, and he just lets the robes just slide off him. And then he reaches down and he pulls up a magnificently crafted, just you can see it in its just absolute majesty. It's just a small dagger, but it is made of exquisite something. How much occult do you have?
I'm gonna guess before I look.
0.
0.
It definitely looks like it's been exquisitely crafted, but the metal is dull. Despite the fact that it looks marvelous.
Okay.
So it is not very reflective of light.
Right. Ew, yeah.
You had so much promise. And then he just flicks the dagger, just with his finger, just flicks it, and it falls over end over end over end towards Flavienne.
You wouldn't.
Oui.
You wouldn't
Well, he does not hit her.
Oh. Such a casual flick. Huh.
And the dagger just sinks into the stone behind her. It just, like a whisper, directly into it. So that's his action. Moving on, we're at B. So B, that's the one with the diclave.
Yeah.
B just points at Flavienne and just snarls, saying, "You need to stay down before somebody does something that you'll regret." This is not a voice you recognize.
Okay.
Flavienne glances at you. Do you have any communication you want to make to her?
Well, of course, yeah. She was sorry. I was like, to order. I nod at her, like, I give her a like 1 second, and I'm gonna.
That's not very clear to me when you say 1 second. Is in 1 second
Sorry.
keep fighting?
No,
1
no,
second
I'm
stand down?
No, sorry, John. Green card, but I do not know if they're trying to kill us or not. They don't seem to be.
No, they don't seem to be. They're
So
threatening you.
Yeah, I'm gonna
They're
nod
giving you
at
the
her.
option to surrender.
Yeah. I'll nod at her. She doesn't even have her weapons. Fuck. Put my diclaves down on the ground.
Oh no, Byron.
It's okay. It's okay. Hang on. Just we're good. Have to.
So then she like realizing that this isn't what her favorite option is, but she nods,
Not mine
and then
either.
she just puts her hands on either side of her neck, just like this, and the humming starts to grow louder. Grab his weapons. Take very good care of them. They are Cathak heirlooms. Hope and abandon, am I right? And this other person, this bee, scuttles over, picks them up, does indeed pick them up with a certain amount of reverence, and walks over and presents his hand for the scabbard.
I'll offer them it.
They both fit in one.
Yeah, they fit into one, right? Yeah,
they're designed
exactly.
to do that.
Oh,
So,
it's offered.
and he goes over and hands the scabbard over to Viren, who rotates them slightly. Wise decision. Now, what are you doing here?
Well, in the immediate present, Cathak Viren, Games Master, sir, I just didn't want my compatriot taken prisoner alone. You'll excuse my impulsiveness.
I see. And
And
what
more
was
gen-
your mission before you decided to so valiantly dive after your sworn kinship mate?
Searching for survivors from the brutal attack upon the House of Bells, sir.
What brutal attack? I see no brutal attack here. I see devastation, Pyres. Mass devastation.
There's been an attempt on the life of many of the faculty here at the House of Bells, sir. It was horrible.
Absolutely terrible.
Mm.
I'm sorry that I could only be here at the tail end. when it becomes clear that anathema have overrun the House of Bells and destroyed it. There could be survivors. After all, you've proven yourself against one anathema. Perhaps you could prove yourself again. Do you know the history behind your weapons?
Only that they were apparently cast-offs from my sister, sir.
I choose to believe that that's not quite true. You see, your sister did not understand how powerful it can be when you do not control an army, but the masses. And that's exactly what you can do with these, isn't it? I need you to help me, Pyres. I need you to help me control the masses.
I offer my services to those who can explain to me what it is they're doing, sir.
I'll be happy to. Now, of course, you're going to have to guarantee our safety from your friend here. Flivienne, was it?
She doesn't seem to be a threat to you, sir.
You're always a threat. Any prince of the earth worth their salt is a threat.
Can you explain to me, sir, why you believe it's appropriate to raise the House of Bells and all those inside in order to get to one anathema?
Not one, Pyres. Not one. And he puts your weapons on the ground between the two of you. This room that you're in, by the way, dark, but it is made of stone on the grounds and stone walls. There's definitely long hallways that go in either direction. But in here, there's nothing. No tables, no chairs, no other features. In fact, it seems like this was just supposed to be a corridor in and of itself. I don't want to get one anathema. I want to get them all.
I appreciate ambition, sir.
Ambition? You think so narrow-mindedly. This isn't about ambition, Pyres. This is about protecting everyone we hold dear.
I just find it so hard to protect people when they're dead, sir.
Then you're thinking, once again, small. What are 300 students compared to the lives of every single soul in this realm? Going back to... we're not going back to battle mode. We're going back to the two of you.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I've just got something in my eye. I am okay. So, if I have tears, it's just that. I'm otherwise okay.
And not our beautiful scene that we're about to.
Yeah, I'm
play together.
preemptively crying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Commander, I have an idea as to where the faculty may have gone. I explain about the bunkers.
Excellent.
The problem is that the nearest point of access is a little ways away. Seven Fingers' office. It would be a risk to try to get us all there, and we might be walking into a trap.
Of course. A small unit, but a strong unit.
To scout it out?
Enough to at least cover their own retreat, should there be too much offense at the site. but not so large that it would be obvious that we're moving a whole talon or scale. Yes? Does
Yes.
that make tactical sense?
Yes, it does.
And can you think of a safe, tactical way to get to the woods? I assume you would be part of that group.
I would suggest going myself.
I will not let you go without backup.
I understand.
You're the brains of this operation. We can't afford to lose you. Because if they have another one out there that happens to just be chilling in the woods unaware.
It's true, and on the other side, the fewer we are, the less likely we are to be spotted.
Of course. Do you know where Ciantel is?
I don't.
Spending him out.
Ciantel is in the direction of the administration buildings, but it is not clear where.
What if I go look for her and then we go to the woods?
Do you feel confident in leading the group?
Strike team.
The strike team?
Yes.
Alpha Force.
I'll lead them to Seven Fingers' office and then go find Ciantel.
Yes.
Okay.
I wish I could words. I wish I could go with you. But I
You
think I have to
are
be here.
very needed here. You are perfect here.
You can send messages to me if you need to,
I will.
right?
Yes. And you can choose my team. Gail says this like it's somehow like an honor. Like she doesn't mean it that way, but that's just how it comes out.
All right. I would suggest Quick Rat because he's quick and sharp. And then quick and sharp, Quick Rat. And then I don't know, because we're missing some of our usual folks.
we don't have any of the usuals
characters.
remaining.
I might pick one of the air aspects that we fought, that group of 5. Maybe the one that was sort of the de facto leader at the time.
Oh yeah.
And
He's been back
yeah,
through the
insert
notes.
some other students.
Oh, there's the guy that
Denvelar.
had the cool power bow from the very first games from Brevon's Old Fang.
Oh, boy,
He was
that's-
another air aspect.
that's
Gen
awesome.
Valar.
Yeah.
Bam. Thank you, Gilligud.
I mean,
Whoa,
yeah, I guess we
whoa.
do have a wiki.
Yeah, I was gonna say like.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Right there.
I can't read that from here.
Oh, sucks to be you.
Yep.
They're also shaken up by the attack that they don't speak at all. They just silently.
They just nod. Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't remember what it
All right. Well, while you're figuring out who you're sending on the strike team, I'm gonna move it back.
Okay.
I mean, I don't particularly care unless you think it matters.
Oh, it could.
Okay.
I mean, oh, you okay? Never mind. There's certain games you haven't played. Scott,
Mm-hmm.
in order to make sure that you protect everyone, you need what? Stability, order. Yes?
Sir.
Order always comes at a price.
Price is the word I found funny, sir. That's all. Please continue.
Why? Why would it be so difficult for you to understand? Do you believe that in war, everyone just walks forward and they meet at the center of the field, shake hands, and one unilaterally decides that they have decided to be the winner?
No.
War
Our
has
price is
price.
Exactly, sir. There are prices to be paid in war. I understand this. I'm starting to believe that perhaps my destiny then is not to exact that from others, but rather to prevent it from having to be paid at all.
You do not strike me as the sort of person who goes with whatever they believe is necessary. I know that the house has placed great destinies upon you, and you seem destined to ignore them. Am I right? Something more. You've always wanted to be something different. Something that wasn't what everyone else said you would be. Well, very well. Perhaps you don't want to be a soldier. Perhaps you would like to be a savior instead.
I have a feeling that being a savior in your mind would have a very high price indeed, sir.
And okay, awkward. This contact is put in a place where it shouldn't be.
All right.
Oh,
okay.
all right.
We're
We're
gonna
gonna
take
take a-
back.
take a
Could you
little-
mute
well-
me, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna
And
take a little
what's your battle strategies?
Yeah.
I'd like to discuss my dice, actually, if I may.
Yeah, do you want to, like,
I think you should switch
do
up.
a
Do you have
thing
any
or
more
switch
here?
them?
Not
or
on me, no.
Okay, well, you could do. Do
Fart
you
on
want to
them
do
because they don't
do my
deserve
dice system?
life.
first string, second string?
I probably will. I think that's a good idea.
I'll show you how to do it right now.
No, I know.
I'll
how.
walk you through it
Oh,
step
here.
by step.
Okay, all right. I'm still here. Worry, John.
What do you do? That's not the system.
I'll roll them all at the same
Yeah,
time.
you roll them all at the same time. All of the successes are in your A team, and all
These
of the fails are in your B team.
Are all successes.
That's amazing. So keep those aside.
Just ridiculous.
Those are the ones you roll first.
Okay.
Because they're the eager ones.
So I have a question for my friends here,
Okay.
which includes the chat as well. Well, no, just because it's game related. How do you persuade when someone believes something really hard? A zealot. How do you persuade a zealot to not kill everybody?
Make them believe they're right until you can overpower them.
Well, bang. Yeah, sorry. Yes. I mean, they are right.
No, it's in like literally don't argue with them
That's fair, I suppose.
until you get them into a better position where you can
Aye.
Yep.
restrain them in some way.
I mean, also, you actually create situations where you can use your strongest charms, right? Like, you've
Yeah.
got social charms, and you've got a whole social system, so if you want to persuade him or try to use some of the other things, I know you don't currently have Hope and Been Abandoned in your hands, but
Meh.
you've got charms.
Yeah, those evocations are useful kind of for battle purposes more so.
Well, you know that he, like a zealot, usually feels like really intensely about things and you can't change their mind. So I would give him intimacies that you can then manipulate. So maybe he seems to like you, so give him even more intimacies to support that so that maybe you can turn the table on him and start manipulating him.
Yeah. It's tough because I don't like him, so I don't want him to like me. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
I mean, this is the game we have to play.
But
like,
Pyres is like politician performer type dude. He can do
I
it.
don't know about politician. That's the thing.
Oh,
man.
Plucky Hero suggests creating a paradox. So you could do that too.
Ooh, I like that. Oh, now I must destroy
Yeah.
myself.
That's what Gilligood is saying is what I'm saying. So like,
That's
it's-
what Seven Finger said too. Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
tell me.
no, just that especially if you're on their side, they usually protect their own side quite ferociously.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And try to use whatever, like, take their focus and find a way to, like, slightly deflect the aim of that focus. But be like, cool, you want to catch all the anathema? Well, I'm not a fucking anathema. She isn't a fucking anathema. Like, let's go get them. Leave us alone or whatever, right? Like, deflect.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm thinking, like, how would you distract Val?
Look over there.
It's
Look at
true,
Death
if he
Lord.
thinks that
Oh,
you're
boy.
helping him, maybe he'll tell you more about what he knows. He seems convinced that there are multiple anathemas, so who is he talking about specifically?
Yeah. I mean, that's true. I have a good sense, but like, ooh, Grubermensch, we
You can
like
also
that.
make him distrust morale. That could be fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, that is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh man. Yeah, I guess I don't know. I think I'm just at a place where like all of these things sound really exciting and also insurmountably difficult. Like doing any of these things is like almost impossible.
But this
I
is,
guess
I think
that's
this is what
Exalted, right?
Pyres is really good at.
It's Exalted,
He's
right?
good at like at instilling intimacies and then also exploiting intimacies. Like, this is his moment. You can do whatever the hell you want. It's going to be awesome.
That's true. I suppose that is a good point.
He returns.
It's a good point too, Plucky
Let you
Hero, actually.
unmute yourself. You're closer.
Hello. Eye stuff going around today.
Yeah.
Oak.
My eye.
Sorry, I would never.
I'm not crying. I'm just
Yeah.
Just something.
artificial
in my
tears.
eye.
Something
Plastic.
in my eye.
Where were
Hello.
we? Who are we talking to? Where's Buttercup?
We were just right. Oh, sorry. Jeez. Wow. We were just right in the middle of Vieira. I didn't write it down. I think Vieran was saying like going after a couple of different anathema. But that was before, I think.
Are we out of character at the moment?
Yes.
Yes.
At this exact moment, yes, but I think we're jumping.
At this
back
exact
in.
moment, we are, because I had to leave because my contact was not in the place where it should have been. And
Ouch.
now it is.
Hooray!
Because my eyes apparently just don't like contacts that much. Anyway. You could be a savior.
Tell me how. I can't catch anathema. I can't destroy anathema. I can't do anything, sir.
Flavienne turns and she slams her fist just right in Pyres' chest. Not enough to do any damage, but like
Right, sure.
like a serious kind of like bang.
Oh,
What are you doing?
I'm letting the games master. I'm letting Commander Vieran know, Flavienne, what I can try to do. I'm trying to save the school.
And why are you so intent on making sure that people know that you can't do anything? What kind of lies are you trying to
Hey
spread
Siri,
about
could you
yourself?
repeat that?
Because I believe that someone will
Stop.
be able to tell me how I can accomplish my goals. What powers I can employ, what truths I can tell.
Cathak Pyres, are you aware of what's happened to the Regent?
No, sir.
He's weak. We've
I-
known this for some time.
Yeah.
The reality is that Fukuf is an idiot, and everyone here knows it. It's no small fact. I intend to make sure that we can do something about it.
I think I understand, sir. You have the support of House Cathak and perhaps several of the other great houses then.
What is the greatest threat to the realm, aside from its own internal politics?
The anathema, sir.
And are you aware of the purpose of the wild hunt, Pyres?
Very much.
And how effective has the wild hunt been of late?
It has been whispered, sir, that perhaps a bit less so as the infighting continues amongst the houses.
Do you believe this is wise? Do you wish to see creation fall under the anathema once more?
No, sir. I believe that there are many tools that one can bring to bear, and that loyalty to the realm is important above all.
Yes. I am loyal to the realm, Pyres. Are you?
Yes?
I have recognized the importance of those who serve and of those who learn here at the House of Bells. Do you?
I believe I do, sir.
And if I were to tell you that the House of Bells has been corrupt for some time, coincidentally, approximately the amount of time that we have been without our fearless leader, the Scarlet Empress. Your own quartermaster, a wretched. Yes.
I believe I know something that you do not, sir.
And what's that?
I'd like to know why you believe that simply because she is anathema, that she is necessarily a threat to the realm. Let me tell you why, sir. I understand.
You see that he's looking very, very angry. His eyes are wide.
Oh no, he's about to kill me for sure. Yeah, sir. If you give me some time with her, I know that she feels loyalty to the realm, and I know that that can be spun, manipulated over and above her corruption. She can be weaponized for us, sir. If there's one thing that I know, what's the best way to hunt the anathema? Or take that back. Who knows best how to track anathema than one of their own, sir?
Yes, indeed. Who best? I think you had better come with me.
Where are we going?
To see an anathema.
You'll give me some time with her then, sir.
Now,
Yeah.
upon saying, I think you'd better come with me, I'm going to pause you right there. Can we
Yeah.
go back here? Did you figure out who you were sending?
So much fucking
Gil
trouble.
whispered, Quick Rat, Regard, Genvalar, Tepet, Azura, and Kathak Fiej. Azura is a random 6-year that we've named at some point.
Yeah, you spoke to her last
Yeah.
session.
And Fiej is from the Air Aspect group.
Yes.
And Genvalar is from Revan's.
Revan's old fang.
Yep.
Yeah.
So stealth is the name of the game. We're just trying to get to Seven Fingers' office without being seen by anybody who might be above specifically.
Who's the prized asset? Who are we going to pay attention to? Who are we looking for? Specifically, are we to make sure that she makes it out alive?
She's leading the strike team.
Leaders are sometimes to be protected, and sometimes they take the vanguard, and then they just get mowed down. Which one are we dealing with here?
Your mission is to get to the administrative building, get to the basement or the sub-basement, find out whether or not there are any survivors. If you are outnumbered, armed, I don't know, outgunned, you are to prioritize the safety of yourselves and bring back any intelligence you have found. You aren't screaming your way into death for honor.
This is a scout mission, not a strike mission.
I see. So you're saying that when the shit gets dirty, run like hell.
Collectively, watch each other's backs.
So it's not just pay attention to me.
No.
It's pay attention to everybody else.
I know.
I can do this. Yeah, I can do this. I have like at least 8 eyes.
8 eyes for 4 people. Right. Gil whispered will keep me updated.
And I will be, once we get to the office of Seven Fingers, you all will scout out the tunnel system, and I'm going to try to find see and tell.
Now I'll ask you to roll wit stealth.
Cool.
And
We keep to the shadows of the buildings.
I would like to send
Thank you.
a small group out to recover some dropped weapons as a bit of a distraction, with like shields over their heads
Okay.
to protect themselves. But yeah, I'm gonna send a branch.
So then I'm going to ask you to make a. We're going to say this is an intelligence war check, and the number of successes will add to her dice.
Great. I'm gonna use a charm on war. Charm on war. Charm on
Charm
war.
on war. A botch will take away all your success. No, I'm just kidding.
So prepare your pool.
yeah.
Prepared.
One die mote. Okay, I will add an extra die and I'll spend the note in a second. Oop. And a reroll 6s, but there are 4 successes.
Okay, 4 extra dice. Roll that,
Holy
please.
Yes.
balls. Thanks, Aresta.
Thanks, dice. God, I stole all your dice luck. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I have a feeling I'm going to get lucky next time.
That's what-
9 successes for me.
Whoa.
Okay. It is
You need to do a stealth.
at this point from where are we going that you, having entered into the building for Seven Fingers, have seen the collapsed floor, and you can hear this.
Fun.
From this point.
Okay. So as soon as I hear voices, I stop everyone so we can eavesdrop on the next little bit.
To see an anathema.
So you'll give me time with her then, sir.
I'll give you time. And if you can prove what you've said, then I think that we can do business, you and I.
I'd rather it not be business, sir. Loyalty is greater than business.
He starts laughing and he claps you on the back. You think so literally, Pyres.
No, sir. This is important to me. That's all.
The security and safety of the realm? It should be. It should be important to us all.
I'm so
I
glad.
wish that Nuven had learned that.
I'm so glad we feel the same way, sir. I'm going to do everything in my power to root out the corruption here at the House of Bells. Can I attempt to instill just like a little minor trust in Pyres? He has an intimacy that I just voiced out loud, that there's corruption at the House of Bells and he wants to root it out.
Okay.
That's what I'd like to
I
exploit.
like this. Yeah.
I'm gonna eventually it'll get to a point where he'll be like, Pyre's my boy, you know, and then I'll stab him in the back. Sorry, did I say that out loud? Yikes. What kind of pool do you think this is? Jern?
This is going to be a charisma socialize.
Okay. Bueno.
You're kind of sliding in there. You're sliding into his DMs.
Hey baby, you up? Yikes. Yes, I'm still awake at this hour. Yoy. Okay. Two successes.
Now, I'm going to ask you for a favor in exchange for me giving you this opportunity.
Of course, sir.
You're going to command your fangmate, and he looks over at Flavienne. You're going to command her to follow any orders that I give her.
I don't see the use.
Very well. Kill her.
Sir,
Yes.
doesn't have to be this way.
I know. In fact, this is your chance to show that you can lead the masses. Because if she does not comply with my orders, And if I can't be assured that she will because of your word, then her life is useless to me. And she will be another casualty of this regrettable conflict.
I'm on the ground, so I'm going to kind of sit up to kneeling. I'm not gonna stand here. You call her the masses, sir. You can have my word that she will follow my orders. Without Commander Aresta here, I am the ranking officer of the Fang of the Lost Hand. Cadet Flavienne will follow my orders, sir.
Good, then you will give her the order that I gave you.
I would like to send a message to Aresta at this time. Ooh, okay. We've got trouble. We've got trouble at Seven Fingers' office. Viren has compromised Pyres and Flavienne.
It's fair.
We are going to engage.
Oh my.
Okay. I'm going to quickly shout to gather a second group of 5, and these I'm not going to name because I don't think I have another group of 5 that aren't MIA, but that I think are good soldiers, and I'm going to ask them to spread out a little bit, but make their way towards the building and expect combat. That they're back up. I'm gonna get to like a window where I can at least look towards the building.
Pyres?
Yep. I'm going to looking for permission towards Kathak Viren, and I'm going to stand and I'm going to turn towards Flavienne. My anima is still kind of like dimly glowing around me. I'm going to channel it into my eyes. I'm going to threaten her. So I'll use a charm for that probably. I might not even have to. We'll see. I'm going to threaten her. I'm going to look down at her on the ground. You heard your commander. You will, until given other orders, you will respect us both as commanding officers. Not what he said. Not what he said.
You must not care very much about her life. Oh, I thought you might be interjecting here at this point.
Hello. If I creep close to the edge of the hole, can I like see him? Do I have a clear shot? I got my artifact.
You
like,
can see him. You are in essence in an ambush position.
All right.
There are 3 down here that you can see.
Okay. Are there any weapons that I see in Seven Fingers' office?
You can search his office, but that'll take time.
No time. Nothing to kick down to Flavienne that might be useful.
I don't
guess,
think
is
Pyres
essentially-
left the any weapons up there.
No, well,
I
no,
see
and
this
hers
rock.
and hers are back in the barracks somewhere, so she's unarmed right
And
now.
I'll point out that the flame wand is in a lecture hall, not in his office.
Blast. All right.
Except not blast.
I would like to make the ambush signal, which is this.
I'd like to roll to establish the fact that
Like
this
to
is
roll to
ambush.
establish the fact that this is take no prisoners.
So you hear a distant gong.
Pulls down a sheet. Oh, there's
it's
a war
fully
strider.
functional
Can
war
I?
strider. That's so weird.
Can I just take that? Yeah. Gale does have eidetic memory. Yes. Basically, whenever is appropriate, I'd like to just attack from above with my with soaring eye.
Was there an actual gong or was that a joke? It was a joke.
Okay. Gong. It's possible, right?
Attack number
It's a reference
4.
to the very little knowledge that I have about professional wrestling.
Nice.
I assumed it was a film that I just hadn't seen.
No,
I also haven't seen professional wrestling.
no. This is a thing that the Undertaker would do.
Oh God.
The
if I remember
Undertaker. It was the year such and such, and he rose from the dead to do the thing. Insert the thing that I can't quote.
Cool character. John, then not to interrupt the potential ambush that's about to start, but
You tell me when it's good.
literally, I mean, well, not anytime, but like, I guess when I'm about to die would be ideal. I still have that like fury that I was directing towards Flavienne, and I'll turn on Vieren instead. No, sir, I respect her life too much to leave it in your hands. You have to trust that I know what's best for my fangmates, sir. And I'd like to threaten him. I want to threaten him.
Ooh.
I mean, I don't actually know if that would be a threaten or a persuade based on his intimacy towards me.
Well, are you actually threatening him with any harm, or are you just
no? Because I don't think. No, so you know what? It'll be a persuade, but I'd like to use the fact that I have like some of my aura around me and my appearance. Now that I'm standing, just because I'm a bit more impressive. To use that to support the fact that he should trust me in this moment, and that I'm very committed to that. Yeah.
Okay. So what intimacy are you playing off?
I believe that, well, I know that he has an intimacy towards House Cathak.
Mm-hmm.
I can assume, therefore, that he places trust in members of House Cathak like myself over people like Flavienne.
From House Pelops.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I don't know whether he knows about her like status.
Okay, so you're gonna hit the Cathak aspect decently hard. I'll assume that you say that in your impassioned speech here.
Yeah.
So then you can go ahead. This is going to be this is charisma presence.
Okay.
You're not attempting to reason with him. You're attempting to speech him into submission.
Right. And in this moment, although I am very okay with having his head come off in a moment anyway. Charisma presence. Thank you. I'll be right there. I'll spend. Okay. Here we go.
Gale, I'm assuming that you are. If at any point you decide to initiate your attack, let me know.
I just don't want to ruin what the cool stuff Pyres is doing. So,
thanks.
Is it okay if I let Scott call the shots on when I attack him?
No.
Oh,
However,
okay.
you're allowed to say I'm going to do it now, and Scott might be like, "But wait," in which case you can pull it back.
I have
But,
another speech.
Pyres isn't aware that Gale Whispered is there, so he can't.
I know.
make
I just
that
want him to
call.
have his cool moment and be saved at the perfect timing.
This honestly might be it.
If you're okay.
I got 8 successes. How do you like them apples, Aaron?
That's pretty good.
8 successes.
Yeah.
And you manipulated the intimacy of House Cathak.
House Cathak, best house.
You're right. We don't need her. Pelops doesn't have the strength to stand alongside you and I. He indicates to B, who is still covered, so is C. You'll remain here with her, and you'll keep an eye out. I imagine that at some point, someone might decide to make things difficult. And you're going to come with me.
Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Get away from the hole.
Well, they're not looking up.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what direction these
That's
clowns are going to be going in.
These clowns.
And he points.
Yay!
He points just down the bunker hallway. It's about 200 meters that way. Let's go, you and I. Don't forget your weapons. You might need them.
Thank you, sir. I will pick up and put Hope and Abandon on my back and quick march down the hall. I will try to glance quickly at Flavienne with some hope in my eyes,
As you abandon
it's
her.
gonna be in a row!
She looks back at you with a wounded puppy look.
Guys, why do I always abandon my allies? Oh, I get it.
I don't know. This
No.
seems to be the session where all of you just decide to like separate.
It's okay,
all
I have a
times.
feeling.
Oh
that,
no,
you know,
you should stay here. You belong here. Not with me. You belong here. So when I'm in mortal danger, can't help.
I mean,
I'm gone.
I
They start
anytime
walking
at this point, though, now,
away from you.
no, I think you should go off with Viren.
Yeah, but once I'm gone.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, of course. Great. Okay. Great. Good.
So they start going down a hallway. Viren lifts his hand and just turns it and then runs his thumb across his four fingers, letting enough light catch from some tinder that he was holding in his hands. Enough to give you light as you continue down.
Sir, the dagger you had earlier, that's a tool for destroying the anathema, I imagine.
It's a spoil of war.
I see.
I took it.
From the north?
It's made of star metal. Do you know of star metal?
Only from what I've read, sir.
It's shifting properties. Fascinating stuff. I don't know how to use it correctly.
I see.
Lies.
Do you know what they do? There are anathema out there who will do whatever they can in order to simply crack every rib in your body so that they can access your heart. At which point, they will consume it and then be able to assume your form.
That's horrible, sir.
It's disgusting.
These are. I haven't heard tales of the wretched or the blasphemous ever doing something like this.
These are not those anathema, but others. Chosen of the moon.
Oh.
They're now about 50 meters down the hallway. Are you just waiting for them to be out of sight and out of earshot?
Well, I mean, in my brain, there's this really cool all of us ambushing them by jumping on top of them and like putting our cloaks over their faces so that we stifle their screams and then we stab them ferociously but keep one of them alive.
Well, there's only two of
just
them.
enough
Unless you're
so they
also
can
planning
talk.
on killing Flavienne.
No.
What?
You failed us!
Oh my god. So that's what
Yikes.
I would love to do, but in terms of a silent ambush.
Okay, so in
Silent
terms
but
of a
deadly.
silent ambush, you've already rolled your stealth. You already rolled an incredible amount of stealth. You want to direct everybody to essentially descend upon them and just overwhelm them in one round.
Yeah, like a Batman stealth attack.
Okay, I'll tell you what. You roll me your Wits War at a difficulty of 6.
Okay.
Succeed, and you'll be able to do it.
Ooh.
Oh, I really want it to work.
Shank.
Hey, did I stunt?
I mean, it's pretty cool, I think.
Your plan was good, so yeah.
Thank you. All right. This is not a gateway attack, to the best of my knowledge.
Gateway! What if you throw a gateway board?
Yeah, I'll throw a gateway board as well to make it a gateway specialty.
No, it doesn't have to be only good plans. There was a plan. A plan is enough.
Yeah, I do tons of dumb shit that gets done.
Okay.
And good things, too.
Uh,
Ooh. Hello. Yeah, I want Liz's dice.
I want us to be in the same place so that we don't have to like
Yeah.
disappear to roll dice.
Poof.
It's 10 successes.
So you want to do this as quietly as possible, drop down.
I'd like to kill the one who was humming and keep the other one alive for questioning, but knock them out. Is that too much detail? I got excited.
Kill the one who's humming, subdue
Yeah.
the one who wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I will allow this.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Who's doing the killing? Is it you?
I do have little daggers. Yeah. I would do it. Gail would do it.
Your band of 5 silently drop from the upper floor, and there is nary even a cry. As coordinated, you make very quick work of adversary number 1 and adversary number 2.
Oh no!
Adversary 1 is dead. Bleeding from underneath the ghillie suit. Adversary number 2, however, doesn't have the chance to let out any more than a before taken out.
I would like to instruct Quick Rat and actually Flev as well, because she doesn't have her weapons, to tie up the one who's subdued and take it to Aresta for some tough questioning.
Take it to Aresta.
Crack. Oh, I made one little tiny
Our
pop.
commander's
Oh.
got
You did it.
an appointment with you.
Yeah.
Your commander
Appointment.
wants to see you.
Yeah, it's an appointment for.
That. Aresta does that.
Well, that would sure suck, Plucky Hero. That would suck a lot. I choose to believe that's not the case.
Seattle.
Who's Seattle?
I assume that's see and tell, but
I
like
assume it's see and
Can you
autocorrected.
imagine? See on tell.
Because
She's like,
autocorrect
no, wait,
is
it's
a
me.
beast.
And what are the and
Horrible.
Gail? I guess we'll try to drag the body just like so it's not immediately obvious.
Oh.
Like they're just into a corner or some
Gail.
shit.
Okay.
If there's a trunk, cool. But
Are you going to
otherwise,
reveal who this is?
yeah. Shoot.
No one you know.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
It is a male. Looks like somebody who is. You know what? No, technically you do know. This is one of the administrators who has been in and around the building. If you had Siontel with you, you might be able to find out whether it was the administrator.
Mm.
But
I will describe them in great detail next time.
lots of
We're
cuts, like
smooching.
all over their back.
Ding, ding.
Just all stabs. So many stabs.
Yeah, their face was really
Weird.
Stab?
marked.
They were totally there when I got there.
Skewered?
Must have been the butterflies.
Resta, Quick Rat, and
Jesus, it's a war.
Flavienne return with a bundle.
Report.
A very brief report of what happened. Flavienne mentions that Pyres has gone off with Vieren, that Gale whispered has remained behind
Sorry.
with the rest of her scout team and directed for these two to return with this assailant who has been knocked unconscious.
Do you think it would be wise for you to rejoin them?
I wouldn't know where they are by the time I got back there.
She can send a message if she needs us. How are you? I give her a glance over looking for injuries.
I fell down a hole. I feel kind of stupid.
Sounds like Pyres fell down with you, so.
No, he jumped. After
Okay, that's even more stupid. So, you don't win the stupid contest today. I'm gonna, sort of kick the bundle.
Oh. Quick Rat, by the way, is holding his Jade Diclave.
I'm gonna, uncover the face of the bundle.
You uncover the face of the bundle and you reveal the face of Brevin.
Thank God we didn't kill him. Am I right?
Am I right, ladies?
Old man Jenkins.
Oh, man, McGuckin.
Report, Brevin. Regara Brevin.
That's fucking bad, man.
Sorry for your love life.
That's okay, kill him.
What the hell happened?
You tell me you were fraternizing with the enemy.
I was spying on the enemy.
Well, then you need to learn how to signal before you get yourself killed.
I had no idea there was anyone else around.
That means that our team was being better at their task than you.
I was doing just fine until somebody decided to interfere. Pyres.
What a
You should
piece
have
of
given him a signal. I'm sure he would recognize something. Perhaps a conversation you had at the library.
He jumped down.
Alright, what's going on? What's your intel report? I'll send you to the medics once you tell me.
What? Why? What's going on?
You said you were spying on the enemy and you have nothing to report.
You should take me to Nuven so that we can deal with this.
For all we know, Nuven is dead. She was last seen in the administrative building. That's where our team was headed when they encountered you.
Nuven's dead?
Or injured, or hiding. Not here.
We were about to head out to the port. I decided to see if I could...
I'll explain our half of the story if you explain yours.
Interesting.
I was leaving early. I wanted to see if I could track down the anathema before we left. Instead, I found Vieren. He was in the woods.
Are you sure those aren't one and the same?
Do you want my report or not?
Continue.
He said that I had a good eye, that I would be useful if I could help him destroy the anathema. I thought he meant the anathema in the woods, and I wasn't sure whether that was a wise idea or not. You seemed to have some sort of deal in place, and I don't know if I trust Vieren. After all, he was almost the one who got all of you killed.
Correct.
But he wasn't alone. He had several people with him, including Commander Morale. At least that's what he was calling her.
No, that's correct.
So I said that I would follow him. Try to figure out what the hell was going on. He told me that that was a good thing, and to follow him. We were going underneath the rest of the buildings. We were going to go into the bunkers.
Correct.
Because he had captured an anathema. He handed me a suit, told me to wear it, told me never to take it off. There were a few others who were wearing them as well.
Were any of them students?
I don't know. I couldn't tell who they were.
Okay.
He seemed to me very, very clear that we weren't supposed to know who each other were.
So I'm going to stop you there and fill you in on some details. First and seventh years and blah, 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 blah. So that's why I was curious.
Pyres went with him, and he stands up, and he reaches out, but then his head is swimming, and so as he reaches out for Quick Rat and the Diclave, he just whiffs it.
I put my arm out to stop him so he doesn't collapse completely to catch him.
Like a towel rack. He's just like, whoop.
And then
Nice.
sit him down. Gail was able to send messages back to me.
Gail's there?
Yes.
I didn't see her.
That's why your head hurts.
Fuck.
Okay, he's unconscious. Let's just make sure.
If you can think back to the voices you heard and if any of them seem familiar, let me know. But for now, I'm going to get you on concussion watch.
There's no such thing as concussion watch among Exalted.
Yeah, I know.
That day, Aresta invented concussion
I'd like to roll to establish a fact.
Roll to establish traumatic brain injury.
Do it, Aresta.
But only for Brevin, yeah. Yeah.
How many fingers
my
am I
God.
holding up?
Honestly,
Fuck
if you were
you.
like a medicine soprano, oh.
How many fingers
Be
am I
okay.
holding up?
I'll be okay. I just need a minute. Just need a minute.
You're good at rallying groups.
Sometimes.
Once you feel like your head stops swimming, I might ask you to keep people calm here.
I
know
can do
you
that.
want to help, but as
If the school's directly under attack, and if we don't know if the faculty are still alive, then I have to ask you one question. Is our priority to retake the school? Is it to save these students' lives? Or is it to take out as many of them as we can?
students' lives first, get answers second, act on those answers to the best of our abilities third. As much as the House of Bells is important, as much as it's a foundation, if the buildings have to fall to stop the enemy,
I understand.
Aresta doesn't have her advisor with her, so she's making shit up.
Yes!
Woohoo! I don't have Aresta with me, so I'm just stabbing everything.
That sounds
Gail?
about right.
I miss my buddy. Gail's gonna, continue stealthily down the hall, following Pyres and Viren.
Okay.
With her pack. Did the other team that Aresta sent after us arrive?
Not yet.
'Kay.
You're a fair distance away.
Okay.
You could ask one of your team to stay behind to direct them.
All right. How many do I have left?
You
I
have
still
3, including
I
you.
Mhm.
No, 4.
No,
you
4,
sent
yeah.
Flavienne with them, so you
Yeah.
have 4.
Truth. I'll send Ged Valar because he's got that long range power bow, which might come in handy.
So he's
he can
remaining here in order, or moving back to encounter the other group. In what order do you want to give them?
To
Alfarius, no spoilers, please.
Mhm.
to
Sorry, I'm just gonna delete that message.
Not like you did something wrong, but we have to remove it because there are people here who have not played and will want to play.
Mhm.
to follow at a safe distance and wait for my signal to engage.
Okay. It's all good, Alfaris. Like, seriously, it's a very old game. Normally, spoilers wouldn't apply, but it happens to be the game that they're playing on stream right now.
I
so-
just started it on Punchy. Woohoo!
Yeah, so you totally didn't do anything wrong.
Just a lot of this. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, there's been a lot of melee. Melee!
Okay. The order is given.
Great. I'm puttering on down quietly down the tunnel.
Okay. As you continue on down the tunnel, you can... Wait, do you have any awareness charms?
No.
Okay, so no, you can't hear, but Pyres can hear.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're together.
I have an anathema secured in one of these bunkers. I should tell you that there are opposing forces down here as well.
What do you mean, sir?
I'm relatively sure that some of the faculty who have been who have been supporting the quartermaster are down here. attempting to evade the rest of the attack and possibly escape the House of Bells in order to raise the alarm with their allies. So we
I
must be
understand.
careful.
Of course. And you've cornered the quartermaster down here then, sir.
No, the quartermaster has been missing for some time.
You say the anathema.
I said unanathema.
I see. I suppose I'm confused then, sir. There was... You've told me that the House of Bells was rotten and overrun by these corrupt things.
Yes. And
Sir... Well... Sir, why did you feel the need for me to die in the glade? You wanted to sacrifice us in exchange for... Well, we were the price, were we not? I'm just trying to understand.
You were the price that I was attempting to pay.
Was it worth it, sir? She got away.
No, because you survived.
We do that.
You must understand, Pyres. This is never personal. This was never about you. I needed heroes, and then I needed the heroes to fall. For them to be students would have been all the better. Unfortunately, you survived, but fortunately, it led me to discover that there was far more here than I ever thought.
You must have quite the network of operatives here at the House of Bells then, sir. If they've eluded knowledge for so long.
I've read enough of the epics to know that I'm not supposed to reveal all of my plans to somebody who has just so recently joined the cause.
I understand that you don't trust me fully yet, sir. That makes
But it's all
sense.
right. I have a feeling that you'll understand us a lot better in just a moment. And he stops outside a door. We're directly underneath Nuven's cottage. And he indicates a door that's in this long hallway. It's a door that's leads into a branch off. Now, inside, there is an anathema who I believe may be even more powerful than Juin. I've seen evidence of her being able to manipulate minds. I've seen evidence of her being able to infiltrate and make herself appear as if she was always meant to be there. And most of all, I've seen her be able to wrap others around her little finger with her knowledge, her wisdom, and her friendship.
Sorry, guys. I'm really trying to fix this. Can we actually pause for a sec? We'll just turn on some other lights, and I'm gonna
Yes.
be really sorry about that.
I was like,
Gonna
oh
do
no,
that.
did you lose power? But that doesn't make sense because then the stream
Whoa.
would go.
Okay, let's do that. That's gonna
much
help.
better.
And then I'm gonna do some more webcam stuff. Okay, that's already better. Let's see.
The darkness.
Okay. Ignore this. I know it looks terrible. Hold on.
You already look better.
Yeah. Look at my eyes. They pop
Nope,
now.
worse, worse, worse.
Yeah.
Your contrast is
We should
really
probably
high.
pull off of that because the screen sucks.
Yeah, their contrast is still
Yeah.
quite high.
Nope.
I would
Nope,
just leave
never.
it like that. It's already looking a lot better.
Like this? Because
Yes,
to me this looks. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
you were extremely how do I put this?
It's fine. We'll figure it out.
Muddy before.
Mm.
Okay. Cool.
Sir, I came along under the assumption that you had the quartermaster here, who I truly believe is loyal to the realm, and that was my hypothesis.
Well, we'll see if this one is loyal to you.
If he's motioning at the door, I'm going to just go to turn the handle. Is he making a move to follow me in?
No.
Okay. I'll leave him out in the hall then, and I'll open the door and step inside.
Okay. Gale, you see Viren indicate for Pyres to enter a door.
Okay, does Viren follow?
No, he's standing outside the door.
Okay.
It seems like he's paying attention to what's going on inside, but he is not following in.
I have an eavesdropping charm.
Ooh.
I don't
thought
know
you
what
didn't
range.
have any awareness charms.
I don't. It's a linguistics term, not an awareness charm.
Fuck.
It's pretty sweet, though. I know, right?
It's called Voices on the Wind. Add linguistics divided by 2, rounded up, bonus dice on rolls to eavesdrop.
Cool.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Aresta?
Rise, happy birthday.
I would like to ask Flavienne to stand in as my representative and our communication relay.
Mhm.
I'd like to ask Brevin to make sure that folks continue to hold ranks to keep morale focused, and Dial to be the placeholding advisor should something come up before we can relay information. And then I'm going to try to make my way towards where Pyres and Gale were last seen.
Okay.
Is this perception awareness, John?
Yes. Luke, don't be crass. Obviously, it would be Single Edge and Brevin and Kinton.
Kenton?
Kinton Ramen.
Someone's got to
did-
watch from the closet crying.
Ah, Capricorn then.
It's
Just kidding.
three.
I'm sorry.
3 successes.
I read
I'll
that in
say-
a book once. It was weird. Okay.
I'll say that's good enough for you to be able to hear what's going on in there.
Cool.
You are intercepted by Kinvalar, who has been like, "Blah, blah, blah, go over there. That's where they're headed. They're down there. Rah, 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 rah."
Thank you, soldier.
And then when you get to there, at that point, that's when you see. I mean, you're now down the hallway, but you can see their group advancing down this hallway, and then way further down, you see that Viren is just standing and paying attention to just inside a door.
If this is at current time, then I will use some awareness charms and also listen.
Now, I should warn you, as he opens the door, I can't let you see her face. There'd be no guarantee that it would even be her real face. So
What-
as you enter, you are now
Yeah.
in Nuven's basement.
Right.
There's a pool table, a couple of beanbag chairs, a mini bar.
Oh, shit. Nuven likes to party. I'm here for it.
But in actuality, this is a relatively well-appointed, like sitting room. Not really a sitting room, more of like a commander's lounge. Like it is actually built for like people drinking and smoking and being like, we're officers, more as you know, like war happens. So when I say that there's a pool table, there is something quite similar to a pool table down here. No beanbag chairs, but like
Right.
plush armchairs down here. There is a fireplace, although it is not currently lit, which makes it pretty cool in this room.
Mm-hmm.
And then sitting just in one of the chairs with rope tied around her chest is a form that is slumped forward with a hood covering her head.
I'd like to move closer and just sit at the feet. No, if there's another chair, I'll pull up another chair so I'm, just opposite this person.
Hello. I hear you're there.
It might not be who you expected.
I can recognize footsteps as well as anyone.
Can recognize my footsteps?
You've passed through more than once.
I've been told that you are much more powerful than you appear.
One might say that of all chosen. Would you not think? You're a very pretty man. But much more than that, if I were to look beneath the surface.
That's very kind of you to say. Just having a look here. Right. I'd like to take a moment to test her. Bless you. Sorry, I'm going to test the person who I think, because it sounds to me like Bracken, but we know that there's like maybe another version of Bracken out there, whatever.
Yes, I believe that you gave her the delightful nickname of Fracken.
Fracken, yes, of course. I was
Fake
going to call her
Fracken.
Dark Reflection Bracken, but Fracken is much
It's
better.
definitely Fracken.
We'll keep Fracken. I know it's only a minor intimacy, but I'm hoping to elicit something from her with what I'm about to say, which is just, I'll kind of like put the chair down a bit more firmly. I'm here to question you on behalf of the realm.
All right. Question away. I'm
Do you
not
believe that's
going
true?
anywhere.
Well, just a question of curiosity then. If you are indeed as powerful as I was told, surely you needn't stay down here in this basement?
Yes, but what if I'm just staying down here in a position of vulnerability so that I can spring up at the last second and look like I'm just so ever so much more powerful? The element of surprise being on my side.
That would be a very dramatic use of your powers. I would appreciate it very much.
You always did have a flair for the dramatic. While you are heading down the hallway, are you doing anything? Are you like sneaking? Are you using any of your charms? Are you...
I am attempting to be stealthy, and I will like linger back behind all the other better stealthy people if that's what it takes. But I'm waiting for, if there's a moment where it feels appropriate, to activate my newest charm to get a map, because it's instant, so it's just a moment. It won't persist. So I'm not activating anything else other than listening.
Okay,
right now.
but what is that charm and why are you doing it?
It's so feeling the dragon's bones lets me get a mental map of where people are if they're in contact with the ground. It goes out to long range if I'm underground and in a stone structure, which I assume we're at. So that if shit starts hitting fans, I can tell where people are.
Is it just people?
I think it's everything. I can visualize a black and white image of anything that is moving or creating vibrations.
Okay.
Such
That's
as a person
good.
walking or an underground spring's water.
Mm.
But I haven't activated it yet
Yeah,
because
I found it too. Thank you.
Okay.
it's in black and white for what it's worth. So, if she holds up a card, I won't know.
Okay.
What color is it?
Arresta did share it with the rest of the Fang.
Yeah.
Which is muy bueno in this situation.
Exactly. She shared it with Gale, who shared it with everyone else.
Whee!
So who's doing something other than just listening? Because right now, otherwise, it's Pyres who's the one talking.
Yep. I got it then. All right, I have several questions for you. What is your plan for the House of Bells?
Plan for the House of Bells? I believe it's others who have a plan for the House of Bells at the moment. My plan was to survive.
Why did you choose this place to survive in?
I don't think we're speaking about the same thing. I want to survive right now because the House of Bells is under attack.
I believe you are under much more grave threat from the buildings above. I'm sorry to say.
And why do you think that?
You've been accused of something.
I get
I wanna
accused
know
of a
if
lot
it's true.
of things. I get accused of levying fines that I don't deserve. I get accused of stealing sweets from students. That's not quite true.
They give them to you, of course.
Yes, they do. They're wonderful bribes. I'm ever susceptible to bribes.
Tell me. My opening move when we played Gateway, I am referring to, Pyres is referring to the Gateway match that he played against Fracken in this moment.
Opening move.
I took my flag and I moved it to
You see the head kind of lean back for a second, and then sink forward again. When we last played Gateway, when was that?
I don't think it was as long ago as you might think.
I don't remember ever playing you in Gateway. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I thought you would remember this because you told me it was an excellent move and you wrote it down to share with my Fang. But of course, I can't expect that you would remember every interaction you had with every student.
You must understand. If I were to share moves with everyone, and the head leans towards the door, then everyone would know how to beat me, wouldn't they?
That is true. I've been told I can't trust you.
Of course you can't. You can't trust anyone at the moment. The whole place is under bloody attack.
And who do you think it's under attack from? Sinus Bracken, librarian of the House of Bells?
I believe that it's under attack from a man who is desperate to be relevant.
It's a bold move to criticize your captor.
I might as well be dead. I don't see any real comfort in biting my tongue when I could let off a zinger.
It hasn't occurred to you to maybe offer any information you may have, lead us to other anathema?
That would imply that I'm anathema to begin with.
Read intentions. I would like to know if she has any intimacies towards the word, towards the concept of anathema. Yeah?
Okay, yeah, you're allowed to do that.
She was cool with using the phrase and stuff, but I know Fracken was very like bleh about it, so Also, this could be anybody. Who knows?
Well, yeah, because Fracken said it a lot in a mean way.
Yeah, exactly. To the sheet. All right, here we go. Okay.
Her guile is currently 5 because you can't actually see her face.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to read intentions. But what on earth is her shoulder doing? Sorry, I got 5 successes.
That's wonderful.
Thanks, Liz. I really appreciate that.
Are you just praising him?
Well, he's
My dice
rolled
have
so
been-
poorly all session. I'm just really happy for him. It's just the dice have not been your friends.
You were
also
asking specifically if she had any intimacy towards the word anathema?
No, sorry, yes, towards anathema. Yeah.
Specifically, no. Not
Okay.
to that word.
All right. I'd like to lean closer to her and lower my voice. I don't know if Viren will be able to hear me if I do this, but I'll cough before I do this, just so that
Like right on the bag, like "Bah!"
Bleh! Exactly. Not before I move in, but whatever. I know that you don't trust him, but I need to know if I can trust you. Use the code if you can. I'll see if I can get you out of here. I'll lean back out. Right. Well, I don't think you're much use to us at this point.
You wanna
Very
activate
loath
your
to kill
charm now, or are you just gonna leave it?
Yeah, it's true. Aresta, like, Kate is sitting here being like, but it's true. Aresta, like, is in listening distance.
Just like smash through the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna activate it and start moving in.
Okay.
So I will spend those moves.
Pyres, considering the number of times that I've been eavesdropped upon while I was in the library by people you care about, do you honestly think that just because you're speaking quietly, he's not going to hear you?
It was worth a shot. Don't you think? Look. I'm in a tough situation here, as are you. I still...
I think I look rather fetching in a hood.
I, like you, also have no freedom in this moment.
I suspected as much. You deserve freedom, don't you?
Honestly, I don't even know if I need freedom.
Do you want to know why I'm here? What my intentions were?
Yes.
I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I'm here because of the woman I love. I'm here to make sure that she was safe. I'm here to make sure that whatever mission she was attempting, I could assist her if I could. As much as I would like to claim that it was in search of a higher purpose, it was not. I have no higher purpose than her. Except one. And I've already told you what that is.
You have.
So,
Knowing, thanks to this charm, where exactly Viren is standing, if he is shifting at all, is there anyone else that's moving around in that room?
no,
'Kay.
not in that room. In the room above, there are 60 people. 60.
That's a lot of people.
That's more than the staff that would be expected at that meeting.
So the staff,
Could be students.
there could be like
Yeah.
60 staff here. It could be students, except that you know that they are all sort of crouched and like waiting, tense,
Ah,
I like hold up my fist to like the group.
that's a lot of people.
Up 6-0.
Well, nice knowing you, Pyres. Bye.
See ya. Don't worry, everyone. I'll bring the whole building down.
Like dramatic look into Gale's eyes of like, what do we do?
Pyres.
Point.
Sorry, not Pyres.
Sir,
Can you get her to reveal the location of other anathema?
I'm working on it, sir.
Work faster.
I didn't know we had a time limit, sir.
You know now.
Look back to Bracken. Look, the situation here at the House of Bells is dire. You know this.
Yes. Quite. I can't breathe properly in here. It's quite stuffy.
I will. I'll remove her hood. I'm gonna do it quietly. Like I don't want to make a big deal, a big production out of like
you
let me
definitely
take that off.
You definitely get a what are you doing from outside? I told you to leave that on.
I'm not going to respond to Kathak Viren.
You're just pulling off the hood?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Underneath the hood, you see Bracken.
Yep.
She looks a little worse for wear. Kind of, roughed up some. But it's definitely Bracken. At least it looks like her.
Sorry, I'm just messaging Liz and I'm using our group chat.
Yes, which means that I'm getting all the
Sorry.
messages.
Whoops.
Sorry.
It's fine. I just know that I can see them.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Sir, you know to Bracken. Sorry, not Viren. I wanted to make sure that you could see me when I tell you this, so that you can see I'm being sincere. I understand that you love her. I do. I hope to one day be able to feel as deeply about someone as you clearly do for her.
Smash cut to Brevin and Single Edge huddled together.
Oh, I thought they were making out.
Oh, that'd be great.
3-7.
Oh yeah, of course, they're back in the same place.
Um,
Oh man.
I
What's
think
that?
Arresta's gonna move into the room. Is the door closed?
So he's standing out in the hallway. The door's open,
Okay.
and Pyres is inside. So you can't see what's inside. But Vieren's basically doing this, although now that he's taken off the hood, he's definitely looking angrier, and he is shaking his head.
I'll tell him. I'll tell him what I'm thinking in a sec.
So I would like to try to get my fist over his hand and sweep his legs.
Okay, whoa! I didn't
Okay.
realize that you were like.
I've been
within melee
moving.
distance.
I've been moving to close the distance ever since I activated my location charm.
Okay. Now that I know that,
Yeah. Sorry.
you have to roll stealth in order to actually have any.
Yeah.
attempt at
Okay.
ambushing
Great.
him.
Sorry. What stealth? Dexterity stealth, I guess.
What stealth?
This will be dex stealth. Yes.
Could I do a quick check to see where Cientel is?
Cientel is currently directly above you. But how far above is not necessarily known.
I see.
I had spent a willpower, so that's one success. But
Sure hope she's
You
gonna be able to take on those
would have
60.
botched there, wouldn't you?
yeah, 1,
I
2,
hope
2,
all the
3.
60 are allies.
I was hoping so too. That'd be great.
It's a separate
Good thing
army
you
that
spent that
Cientel has
willpower, isn't
gathered.
it?
Yeah.
It's like in Jurassic Park.
That's
The
like a
Lost
Helm's
World?
Deep.
That's why we
Helm's Deep,
spend
that's much better.
willpower.
Yeah,
The hell, the
on
Lost
things that
World?
you have
Stealth roll.
no
That's
no
yes,
dots
I
and
know.
But however, you did fail your stealth roll
Yeah.
Oh no.
with one success. Well, actually, technically, I suppose I should find
I
out
mean,
if I.
yeah, he could
You never
botch
know, you
his
never know.
awareness roll.
It's very possible.
Yeah.
Well,
He's
You've already botched
distracted by
once today.
Pyres' luminosity.
And stupidity.
I will take that into account.
Stealth roll.
not a botch.
Woo.
No, but he didn't get any successes. So that means that technically you rolled more stealth than he rolled awareness. With your one success.
Blind
That's so
defeating the deaf. I don't know.
ridiculous.
All of the air aspects are just watching in horror as Aresta like kind of trips a few times, runs
Yeah.
into walls.
Clomp, 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 clomp.
Oh god.
That's redonkulously lucky.
Yep.
Jesus.
So you're sneaking up on her. You have an ambush planned. You can see this happening, by the way.
I'm gonna like get my team ready. We're not going in unless we need to because there's fucking 60 people up there. It'd be nice to keep this quiet. Oh
Pyres?
no.
I'm still eyes locked on Bracken here. I believe the quartermaster is not a threat. The man out in the hall believes differently, and I respect that. I do. I think he and I should have a chat about it, honestly, but that would be... Anyway. I want to know where she is, so I can talk to her. So I can make sure she isn't hunted down like an animal. Bracken, please. Can you tell me where she is?
She looks directly into your eyes. You want me to tell you where she is? Right. And I'm currently being observed by someone who intends to do great harm to her. Yes?
Yes?
Cadet, I say this with the utmost reluctance, because I know that you are a kind soul, if nothing else. But go fuck yourself.
I understand. I just want you to know that I truly believe that I could beat him there, wherever she is, and I could protect her. I could try to find out if she is... No, fuck that, Bracken. She's not a threat to the realm, and you know that, and I know that, and that idiot out there does not. And I want to prove it to him by finding her first.
Okay, so the instant
he's
that you
gonna
call him
fucking
an
kill me,
idiot
for
is the
for
instant
sure.
that you can make your approach, is the instant that you see this happening, and the instant that we will resume play
Oh!
next session.
Yay! I should probably write down what I said. I feel like that was important.
Gail's face looks exactly like what Cyphus just posted in. Just horrified. Oh god. What are we gonna do? So much for my stealth. Christ, tears of stealth. No, you know what? No, fuck you. Fuck you. It was great.
I mean,
Oh my god.
you know,
I am reminded of the Special Air Service in the United Kingdom, who have as their motto, "Who dares, wins."
mm,
And I will say that the three of you today, this is what I learned. I'm going first.
go for it.
The
Yeah.
three of you are finally embracing that. Fully.
Gotta
Now, I'm not saying this is like, oh, how could you not have? You're all bad. It's not about that. It's that you are all daring today when you could have been playing it safe. And you didn't. And I appreciate that because it means things are going to get really interesting. Specifically in 1 week minus 3 hours.
Perfect.
Otherwise, Scott, what did you learn?
Yeah, I guess I had a bit of a frustrating session, like in terms of mechanically. I mean, because I felt like, I felt like I didn't have any good or like smart choices to make. That's how I felt, and I think what I learned then, John, similarly, is sometimes the choice that you have to make is just the bold one, because either it will surprise your enemies or it might play to your strength in an unexpected way.
So that's what I would say. I don't agree. I mean, what you feel is what's most important, right?
Yeah.
Whenever you hear the customer is always right, they're not actually referring to the idea that the customer, whatever the customer says, you have to do. What they're saying is the customer will always say what they want, and they're never wrong, right? If a customer says, I want a pencil with an eraser at the end, and you're like, who would put an eraser at the end? That's stupid. The point is the customer is right. They want a pencil with an eraser at the end.
Yeah.
And if you say that you felt like you weren't able to do things, then that's something that I have to pay attention to. My argument is that you took a fuck ton of lemons and you made a fuck ton of lemonade out of it.
We got it done. Yeah.
Like, you still managed to not die. You saved Flavienne's life. You managed to... I'll remind you, you got 8 successes to convince Viren that you should be trusted. He then led you to somewhere else with a valuable asset. And yeah, now at this point, things might be going bad, but that's not entirely your
We'll
fault.
We'll see.
You also have Rock Girl over here being like, smash.
Just crush his skull, man. I love it.
So I would say that you flubbed a couple of times, but succeeded at getting to where you needed to be, which means that you outplayed your own dice.
And I don't want to interrupt the other players from getting to say what they learned and stuff. I just want to underline, John, that like absolutely, like I want to be clear. I had a lot of fun, and I don't feel like, oh man, like nothing's working, But it's just in those moments of like, Plan A was get Flavia. Like Plan A was attack. Plan B was try to convince Viren of something. Plan C, I guess, is, you know what I mean? It's sometimes in those moments where you get to go, okay, that's gonna work. This is gonna be how I'm gonna have to play it now.
You will very rarely go too wrong with me if you try to play towards an interesting story.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a lot less likely to be like, well, you're dead, and then move on. If you're doing something that I feel is dramatically interesting. Now, that's not licensed for you to do whatever the fuck you want, and it could be dramatically interesting to kill you, but
I'll always allow it.
In general, if plans fail, the least interesting thing that you can do, in my opinion, is to basically say like, well, I'm not doing anything. And then you lean back and you're just like, just whatever, do whatever you want to me. I don't care. Now, if that happens, I realize that I've failed, right? Because I have to engage you. But you can fight to the last, always, in these sorts of games. Anyway, you're right. You should talk to some other people. There are 2 other interesting people at the table here. But
very, I would say.
You and you.
Double John!
You and Liz.
Holy shit, it's John and Fran!
I'm also going to... Sorry, one last thing. The die roll that really fucked you was not yours. It was Flavienne's stealth roll that she botched. So she fell down.
Just a disaster.
Anyway, Elizabeth.
We would have got down there otherwise.
Yeah, I learned that like Pyres is using his real strengths to his advantage with Viren. Which is really cool.
No, sorry.
I thought you were trying to tell me a message. Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
Kate?
I learned that Aresta doesn't want to hang back and command the army when she feels that she could be useful out on the field. It's like, I don't want to be here. You take my place. Peace, motherfuckers.
Brevin, I'm like 30% sure I can trust you, which is good enough at this point.
Yeet.
Honestly.
Aresta's got
So did
mad
you
skills.
essentially learn, like, heavy hangs the crown?
Ooh.
No, I think it's she I don't know. It's
Well, the same stuff that makes you an excellent commander is what keeps you from wanting to stay back. It's your compassion for all of the people that you're commanding. So of course you want to go out and help them when they're in trouble.
Yeah.
I kind of see it, I mean, myself, like from my perspective, I see it a bit more in the vein of like, you know, why would I stay here if my skills are better here? It's like not a stick to your lane situation. It's like, oh, I'll just use whatever lane is best.
You also you didn't just were like, my friends are in trouble, and you turn around and leave,
No,
and everyone's
exactly.
like, hey, where'd Aresta go?
Yeah.
And like, off in
more
the distance,
supplies.
one first year starts crying.
Quick Rat's like, hey, first year, it's okay. I got your back. It'll be fine. Yeah. Arresta's big
Love
tough.
Quick
Yeah.
Rat.
Yeah.
Quick Rat for
That's
Prez.
Quick Rat.
Commandant, whatever.
You're one step away from having Quit Rack be like, bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, I don't know. He talks like this. I don't know.
Quick Rat for Regent.
Scott,
Let's go.
highlight a play. Although I know we've been doing that, so feel free to highlight a play that we have just been talking about. That's okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna say Gale shanking people. Just because I feel like I know Gale's not like a cold-blooded killer, but I do feel like sometimes I just feel like sometimes she's like eliminate the target. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like just get it done. This is an enemy combatant. They're dead.
Well,
You didn't know if the other
specifically-
person was Brevin.
Specifically because of the humming thing,
Yeah.
I think Gale's head immediately went to if this is the weapon they're going to use on us, it's either rip their larynx out, which somehow seems worse than shanking them 27 times.
So I was going to point out that had you decided to kill them both, you would have killed Brevin. I would not have pulled that.
No, that's fair.
Woo! Good thing Brevin didn't hum.
Solves my problem. Am I right? Good thing Brevin doesn't come.
Jesus
That's me.
Christ.
Sorry, that's me.
All right, Elizabeth?
Aresta making the decision to leave, but like leaving her base in excellent hands.
And
Excellent hands. Quick Rat is like, oh, shit.
he's not in charge.
No, he's not.
Pyre's choosing to lay down his weapons to do what at that time he considered the right thing, right? Like that. I feel like
Doesn't make
Pyre's
him
is so like ready. You know, I'll fight you. So like to
Yeah.
see him choose a different path was really cool.
It was not a fight that you would have had an easy time winning. You were outnumbered, and you were up against at least one person who was significantly stronger. Now, admittedly, one of them was your ally.
Sure, we don't know. I mean, and
You didn't know
nor
that
does
at
it
the
matter.
time.
No, and nor do we know if Brevin would have been like, "Surprise! I'm on their side." You know, I don't know that. He might have
That's a
been like, "I'm
question I have
undercover,
for
asshole."
Brevin. Would he have just let Flavienne die in that moment? Like, he's got some splaining to do.
You
Would he have
got
just
some
stood by?
splaining to do.
Bitch!
So that's something that we can discuss at some point. But it's something that was kind of brought
We're
up, I
discussing.
think, by Scott, which I would highlight. You're dealing with people who are also trained in the art of war.
Mm.
And if there's one class that I should have run all of you through, I guess, is under your command, people will die. People on both sides directly because of orders you gave. And you have to be okay with that, or you are in the wrong place. Now, that's not to say that you can't have compassion or that you can't be like, maybe I shouldn't just go off and kill people if I want to or whatever. That's absolutely true. But it isn't necessarily like if you are a spy, if you are a deeply embedded spy, and it was like, if I don't kill this ally, I blow the cover that I have spent time establishing. Some may choose to do that. I'm not telling you what Brevin would have chosen,
Sure.
especially because if Brevin is to be believed, he has been under their He's been spying on them for
It's been
all
like
of
5 minutes.
like 2 hours.
Yeah.
But there are sacrifices that can be made. There aren't always sacrifices that need to be made, and some people are very eager to make sacrifices because it makes them look better, right? Like
Viren, and I think that's why we've decided we hate him. So I like that our characters kind of are rebelling against that idea, even if it's going to be harder and harder to avoid.
Ooh, can I share something? Sorry, just speaking of Viren, because I find it particularly ironic with this session. I updated my intimacies. There weren't actually that many changes. I kind of like adjusted some levels and I made sure I had up-to-date intimacies on my fangmates, etc. And something that I felt very strongly, I added a major intimacy towards Cathak Viren, assuming I wouldn't see him again. Not assuming, but like being like, this will drive me forward. And then I saw him today and I was like, oh my God, play against this intimacy. Not against, but you know.
I'd ask in the future though, if you do make changes to your intimacies, let me know.
Cool.
Because technically you should only be making changes to your intimacies with my knowledge.
Right.
Yeah, you gave us homework last week, so I think everybody kind of went through and just...
I did. So just
tidied it up.
Ping me so that I can look next time. Just because
sure.
Technically you can't kind of be like, oh, it's mid-session and Viren said something that made me mad. Thunk. Like you can't do that. You could be like, I think that's worth adding an intimacy right away. Or you can ask me, is this enough for me to do this? But you can't just like adjust them on the fly as you wish. I'm not saying that's what you did.
No.
I'm just saying
because there's a mechanical benefit to be having them used against you as well, right?
This is more, I guess, for the audience. Your intimacies are a double-edged sword. They help you. They also hinder you. So you can't manipulate them just because you're like, haha, now you can't do shit. Whoop, 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 right? Exactly. But I did give you homework to change your intimacies before this session. Anyway, Kate, you have to say something nice about Scott, and I know that's hard for you.
Hello.
I told him that I said that him laying down his weapons did the right thing.
Oh yeah, they went.
I think that was you being very dragon fiery.
Was it?
Yeah.
In what way? No, not that I'm like questioning you, but like I was just
so
mad.
Twice. Once when you convinced Viren, and then more so at the very, very end, where you were like, Bracken?
Oh yeah.
Viren's an idiot.
I
would say that was your curse showing itself. I submit that.
You are submitting that for great
examination.
Curse?
Yeah.
All right.
And then also Arresta running down the hall. As a great curse.
Right.
She manages to like.
So for a fire aspect, we'll go over that first. A fire aspect's great curse intensifies her emotions and desires to the point of dangerous success. She might be overcome with overwhelming zeal for her cause, self-hatred over any imperfection she displays, reckless fury against hated foes or in defense of those she loves, or self-sacrificing despair when those she loves suffer. Do you believe that you were acting in accordance to that great curse?
I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot here. Not to that degree. That sounds like more like in previous episodes where I attacked the quartermaster.
All right, but let's go on to earth aspects. An earth aspect's great curse may render her ruthless or cruel in defense of her cherished institutions and traditions, or leave her single-minded and immutable, refusing all counsel and closing her heart. She may respond to any insult or challenge to an important tradition with earth-shaking anger or abject despair. Do you believe that you were acting under the great curse at this time?
No, let me quickly look at the air.
Air aspects can lead her to react with excessive anger, frustration, or despair when the world fails to live up to her idealistic visions of it. She may become so caught up in her high-minded idealism that she ignores the consequences it has for others or the suffering that it causes, or holds such confidence in her intellect and vision that she'll brook no insult without retribution or take truly foolish risks, not believing that she could be wrong.
She's definitely done that. The thing is, we've all definitely done these things, just not this session.
I would say not this session.
Okay. I was trying to find something for fire that wasn't him like attacking someone, because I feel like that's always the fire thing, is like you attacking, and so when Pyre says one of his impassioned speeches, I know that there is going to be a session where that is going to apply.
Yeah, I appreciate that,
because I don't want it to just be like, I stabbed someone.
I stabbed somebody.
Great curse.
Great curse. No, I'm gonna probably like at some point just like
You just dropped your audio.
entirely.
Yeah, say it again.
Hello, I'm
I think
back.
it was Zoom. I don't think it was that.
Yeah, I
Your
think
internet
maybe you heard my
connection
chair
is
moving.
unstable.
That's weird.
Yeah, I think Zoom cut your audio because it was
Okay.
hearing something from our end. So try again.
Yeah, well, I was just Liz was saying like great curse, kind of something other than just like I attack people, and I was saying I'll probably end up declaring my love for somebody in front of the whole school, or probably end up having some sort of, passionate moment where I just give in to an emotion to the detriment of someone else. Yeah.
Fair.
Yes.
Lucky hero, good night.
Night night, plucky hero.
So just before we get into the streams that are coming up, I will remind people that there are now 2 episodes left in this season.
Ooh.
Now, in case you haven't heard, there is a Kickstarter happening starting this Thursday for Exalted. Sorry?
Maybe Wednesday or Thursday this week. Sorry.
It's this week. I believe it's Thursday.
Okay.
In fact, I have it written down.
Oh, you're smart.
Let's just confirm. Let's just make sure that we're correct. Yes, it's Thursday.
Okay.
There is a Kickstarter for Exalted Essence. Now, Exalted Essence is Exalted 3rd Edition, however, with a rule set that has been considerably, I won't say simplified, but that's basically what it is. It is a decomplexified, less crunch-heavy version of Exalted. Still with a whole bunch of crunch, about the equivalent amount of crunch as to a storyteller system game like The World of Darkness or Chronicles of Darkness, but crunch nonetheless. Less crunch than this chonker of a book. So, we aren't sure what we're doing yet, because we think that Exalted Essence may end up being fantastic for streaming. We're going to see what kind of access we get to it, when it's going to get access, because you get access during the Kickstarter, but it might be a long time. We're just not sure what's going to go on. We're also not sure how well the conversion is going to work for us. A lot of questions that we have. But there will be a second season of Exalted after this season. We just don't know whether it'll be ExalTwitch Academy or something set in the same universe. So no matter what, the events of this game will have repercussions later on. And if we don't end up playing Academy in the next season, there's nothing that says we can't play it again later on.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Unless, of course, all of you die in episode 21.
True.
Now, as Kate is typing into the chat, we are most likely taking June 20th off because, we deserve 1 week off every 3 years.
Right?
Yeah, please. Please.
And there will likely be one-shots between seasons unless we decide to go bonkers bananas.
There we go. I made John say that.
Bonkers bananas.
Bonkers banana.
But there are streams coming up this week. Scott?
Yep, the best place to stay tuned to all that news is our Discord channel. That's typically where I update first when I decide if there's going to be a change in schedule. Typically, I stream at 1800 on Tuesday evenings over on twitch.tv/BiffTheBoss. I'm playing through the Outer Worlds right now as Cosmonaut Sergey. I hope to be able to have another session this week. It's very busy this week, so we'll have to see. So stay tuned to the Discord. It's going to be a good time. That's me.
On Wednesday, last scrub check ended up being a pretty interesting one. I'm currently not a scrub.
Yay!
Played some Mario Maker, made our way through it. I was a little worried for the first half. Second half, it got a bit better. But there will be another scrub check coming up. We'll see what it ends up being. On Thursday, RPGClinic, we might try to do something about Essence. We might just dissect the Kickstarter page. We'll see what we have.
Yes, very solar.
We'll see what we have going on. But otherwise, it will be. We'll talk about Essence, but we'll also talk about some general Q&A as well. And that's over on this channel at 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Friday.
We are continuing Mass Effect.
Mass Effect. Well,
The punch
so far
effect.
Mass Effect.
Mass
Yeah.
Effect
Yeah.
doesn't really start until Mass Effect 2. You'll find out.
Yeah, it's been pretty fun. I don't know, thoughts, feelings?
I'm enjoying it so far. I was not expecting us to be so angry about Jenkins.
I was so angry. I was so angry for so much of the stream.
Jenkins and
F in
like
chat for Jenkins.
and the mini puzzles,
little, like,
like
puzzle
the
things,
mini games.
the-
What the hell?
whatever.
Anyway, it's a lot of fun.
Super hexagon.
Saturday there is a rewatch of this episode at 11 on this channel, and then at 3:00 on my channel we are continuing the Secret of Shadow Ranch.
Ooh.
Nancy was chasing after a ghost horse, and then her horse collided with another horse, and she got thrown off and has blacked out. Things are getting really intense.
Has
for
her
Nancy
blacking
and the
out been added
horses.
to the drinking game? Because it really fucking should.
Well, them not going to the hospital when they should is one of the drinking.
So that will,
Use,
yeah,
so-
that'll cover it.
They
That'll-
most
we got
certainly
that.
will not go to the hospital. That's me. What's happening?
And typically I also stream at 1700, 5:00 on Saturdays, Arkham Horror, the card game with Crosshair currently going through a campaign. Again, stay tuned to the Discord for updates on that. But I am excited because something crazy went down. So I'm hoping that we're going to have a good sesh next Saturday.
And then Sunday, right back here, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, we are going to be playing Session 20. Now, 2 is not necessarily enough to guarantee a trend, but based on our last 2 episode 20s, you may want to have some tissues and good hydration. Or maybe everything will be great and we'll win the world. Who knows?
Each episode.
It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, maybe we go to the beach.
Yeah.
We wish
Wow.
all of our moderators good health, good tidings, and a stress-free environment. We know that this isn't necessarily possible, but for all of you, we care. For all of you who tuned in, thanks so much for that. It keeps us going. We do really appreciate that. It is a huge benefit for us. And of course, remember that your subscriptions, your donations, and all that just helps us keep going. And that is worth everything to us. That we're going this way and that way.
Oh, this way and that way?
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye everybody!